Hey guys. So
it's Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Is everybody ready for a very special episode of Kamen Rider Gavv?
A very special episode.
A very
special episode.
A Fujoshi's dream, one might say.
Well, let's cue the roll call.
Connect. Loading.
Broadcast.
Perfect!
Show running super savant. Level up. Bluecaster super Ichi.
Loud and online. Greycaster, Robolane.
Researcher of the Tokuverse. Yellowcaster, Ultra Guard.
Return to the source material. Greencaster, Zenshin.
Trauma Inducer. Northcaster, Saga.
Combining comedy and critique. On air since 2014.
Radio Sentai Castranger.
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 529.
It's Drillber.
Episode Drillber.
I love Drillber. He's so cute.
I don't know why, but I want to see him with like a monocle on his eye. Still Drillber. Yeah, still Drillber.
I see that picture and I just
Commissioner Drillboot.
It's the Monopoly.
I see that. I see that picture and I just go, hooray!
Actually, yeah, just put a monocle and a top hat on him.
Put him in like he's
like
holding a
the shiny
cane in one of his hands. Like he's like, yes.
Yeah, still Drillber.
Prospector Drillboot.
Drillber looks like an OG Pokemon to me.
Looks like its name is Drillbur.
I remember I always really liked Excadrill's design, like, a lot, and then I found out he was, like, super fucking small, and I was like, that's stupid. I wish he was, like, big.
Excadrill is, like, busted stat-wise.
They're like little moles, Lane.
No, but I want him to be a big, super big mole.
Little mole.
Not how that worked. That's not how evolution works.
You'll have to
Lane.
induce some sort of mutation.
Tell that to fucking Gliscor, man. Like, Gliscor's like fucking like 8 feet tall.
Gliscor is bigger than Charizard, everyone.
Yeah, like Charizard's like 5'3", Gliscor's
upsetting.
like 7 feet. It's ridiculous.
That is genuinely upsetting.
Where were you when you found out Charizard wasn't tall?
I was today years old.
I am a foot taller than the Charizard.
Jay Witz's video when he brought that.
A lot of good that'll do you when he burns you to fucking crisp.
I remember when I went to a GameStop one time and someone thought I was Jay Witz.
I thought you were about to say, and someone thought I was Charizard.
I could see that. I could see someone mistaking you for Jaywitz.
Yeah, no, people
Charizard.
think I look like Jay Witz.
Anyways,
I would have went with Scott the Woz.
that too.
I love Scott the Woz. He's so
Call
great.
yourself Lane the Woz.
Yeah,
Anyway,
go watch his almost 2-hour Lego video.
Anyway, if you're tuning into us for the first time, we're a bunch of guys who look like other creators who get together every week to talk about Kamen Rider Super Sentai and a third thing.
When you guys have a chance to Google Emma Frost Marvel Rivals. You're welcome.
Thanks.
And don't put it in the chat.
Lane's down bad, as one might have expected.
Oh yeah, there's Ultron if he fused with Cerebro. It's the fucking coolest shit ever. Oh.
Yeah, I love it. You've been bitching about getting Ultron forever, and now it finally happens, but then you're too fucking occupied with Emma Frost thighs to care.
Because Ultron's not coming out till the fucking like end of May, so I have to wait like 2 months for him.
Welcome to my life. I have to wait till the end of May for the Occult Crescent in FF14.
Well, maybe you should be patient.
That's fine. I'll be the best fucking Ultron healer ever.
Like no one ever was.
Yep.
If that Ultron
Heal
was
them,
all black, it would look like Makuta.
Right.
Anyway, our topics for this week are Kamen Rider Gavv episode 28, Gozyuger episode 6.
Yeah.
And for our first week of Akiba April, it's episodes 1, 2, and 3 of Hikonin Sentai Akibaranger.
We're bringing it back, baby.
We're doing it again.
Shout out to Johnny for getting the Gozyuger fucking rings tattooed on his chest. That is dedication, my man.
Not only is that dedication, but to do so 5 or 6 weeks into a Sentai is faith.
Oh, I asked him about that. I was like, are you sure Gozyuger is your favorite Sentai of all time? And he went, yes. And I was like, okay, yeah, Decker, yeah.
Didn't even leave room for the 6th Ranger, though.
No, I'm under the red. under red.
4.5 hours,
Sure.
and honestly, those tattoos look really good.
They look good, and credit to you, man. Like on the sternum, that's like one of the most painful places.
It's
Oh, yeah,
Prospector Drillbert.
I love it.
Ichi,
love it.
put that in the thumbnail.
Mr. Drillbit.
It has no relation to literally anything we're talking about.
It's the number
Oh,
of the episode.
Look, the evil Gojizos are hanging out together. That's cute.
Anyways,
They're plotting.
Anyways.
All right.
What was I going to say? Oh, right. Before we begin, yes, we did technically already do episodes 1, 2, and 3 of Akibaranger. But 1, that was 10 years ago. 2, we are so much better at doing this show than we were. Like, there's a difference from doing a show.
we like
Parentheses.
we like to believe
Asterisk.
10 years in compared to 1 year in.
Oh no, I've listened to old episodes of Castranger and I hear myself and I literally go, Lane, shut up.
Oh, that was me listening to episode 80. I'm like,
Our
Gar,
boy's grown up.
shut up.
I'm too busy.
Yeah.
I'm too busy cringing at how bad my audio quality is.
Yeah, back then we used to just be young and stupid. Now we're just stupid.
We're old and stupid.
That could be the episode title. Old and stupid.
Old and stupid.
It relates to the things.
Sure, for now. There was one we thought of while we were watching the episode, if we don't remember it. Weaponized stupid.
To quote Team 4-Star, it was back then. All of our audio sounded bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Back
that
before
was
I
the
knew
sta-
fucking
that
limiters
was the
were.
All the
standard
greats
back
had it
then.
back then, if you think about it.
Sure.
We're allowed ours. I hope we get out of it.
Yeah, someday.
Oh yeah.
Maybe in
Yeah,
another 10
someday.
years.
We'll get there, guys.
I mean, hey, let's not humble ourselves too much. We have the voice of the fucking Geertlinger in our roll call.
It's true.
It's true.
Hey, let's do what we do.
Who says, or bleh, who else can say that they've been doing the same show for 10 years?
The
Besides
Simpsons.
from the angry video game nerd
In the Simpsons.
Frasier.
and Frasier,
Game
Frasier.
and
Grumps,
Cheers, MASH, Family Guy,
Player.
College
House
Humor.
Burgers,
Game Theory.
Linkara.
Wow! Did we
A lot.
fucking
A
nuke
lot.
this bit immediately? Wow.
If we're gonna do anything,
Now, if only we had their kind of fucking audience.
We should, guys, we should make a Toku Theory YouTube channel.
That's
That's
literally
not
what we already do! That's literally half the point of the show!
Well, no, the point of
whole
the
reason
show
for
is to
being
review the current Rider and Sentai series, and then usually
And
a third thing.
Theorycraft!
Well, yeah, that's the extra part.
It's a
something
talk
else
show.
we do, Ichi.
Oh my god!
Let's get to the news.
Am I
All
drunk?
right, what's our first story?
Alright.
It's very bitter.
News mode.
There we go, the fucking sounds
He's
work
back.
again.
Yeah.
SH
Bitter Gavv!
Figure Arts Bitter Gav!
It's so
Sparking Gummy.
fucking cool!
Oh
Now-
no, it looks
Now
fantastic.
now you two can recreate snapping his limbs in directions they're not supposed to bend.
No,
God, I love
you know, SH Figure Art Upgrade is going to make that arm. They're just gonna make a fucking like droopy Bitter Gav arm.
It's too good.
Yeah, it looks super. Like honestly, they've been nailing these figure arts. They're so good.
Carnage.
Kinda.
Does
Yeah.
have that vibe.
It's like a Carnage infested Tajadol.
If I were a figure arts buyer, I'd get this.
Yeah. Oh, they recreated the promotional poster.
That's what
Nice.
I'm gonna do
I'll call it now. They're gonna put, there's an empty slot right there for evil Chocodan.
You know what I would do with that?
Chocolate Valen. That'll be the Tamashi event exclusive for this year.
Yeah, the Tamashi Web exclusive that you can only get there.
Yeah.
I'd pose it like, when he's doing his like childish being laid back, like
Yeah. All right, so the figure is 150 millimeters tall. Comes with the Bitter Gav blade, interchangeable hands. The Bitter Gav mouth does
Huge.
open and close. The handle rotates.
nice.
Nice.
The included Sparking Gummy Gojizo can be attached and detached from the belt. The Vrokan Spicy on the hip can be removed and held in the hand.
Oh, it's gonna be expensive.
Oh yeah, premium Bandai web exclusive, 8,800 yen. Not the worst price for figure art.
For December?
Releasing
Jesus.
in time for Christmas.
So a little less than 100. So like $100.
In the ballpark of $100.
We're gonna be a quarter. We're gonna be a quarter through the next series by the time this figure comes out.
Welcome to my problem with the Toku merch industry. Everything released long after its maximum hype window.
I'm genuinely not gonna lie.
Stupid decade.
I'm very tempted.
Yeah.
It's all Decade's fault.
I thought you were about to say it's all Decker's fault.
No, it's all Decade's fault.
No, it's not Decade's fault. It was just the higher ups realized we don't want to release both series at the same time. We need a gap.
Oh no, a
bitter gap.
They made me not have a full fucking 50 episode series of Decade. We could have had so much more Decade.
Decade wasn't intended to be 50.
It should have been though.
Let's not have this argument again.
We still don't know why DN just all of a sudden shot Decade in the face.
Go watch the movie.
I seriously thought tonight was going to be about not having the same discussion from 10 years ago, and we've immediately broken that.
God damn it!
Can't help it. That's what happens.
The more we change, the more we stay the same.
Have you met me?
Moving on, we have images for the upcoming next Gozyuger Sentai ring set. The next DX Sentai ring set.
No Pat Ranger ring, so I don't give a shit.
All right, cool. Thanks for your contribution.
Next one.
So we got Abaranger. We got Ninja. I think that's Sun Vulcan.
Yep.
I guessed it. We got Zyuohger. We got Gingaman. We got Gao Ranger. We got Car Ranger, and we got Kira Meija.
You know, I'll say this: the Car Ranger one is the best design.
I do like that design.
It's fun.
It's like him and his cart.
It's him in the go kart. That's like it's perfect.
Yep.
I like the Abaranger.
Okay, so it looks like they're releasing in pairs. So Abaranger and Ninja, April 19th release. Sun Vulcan and Zyuohger, May 3rd. Gingaman and Gao Ranger, May 3rd. That's a good set to pair, because if you like Red Lions, those are your two series.
That's a good choice.
Yeah.
Who are the other ones paired with? Sorry again.
Car Ranger and Kira Major, because they're both vehicles.
Oh, thanks for the close, because I didn't know he was doing the thumbs up in his.
Oh yeah.
I thought he was flipping me off for a second.
Car Ranger and Kira Major, May 31st. Yeah. Did it say how much each of these are?
They're
990 yen for each pair. So yeah, it's like $10 for two Sentai rings.
Very cool. Okay.
Considering how amazing the art on these are, that's a fucking steal.
If Loop and Pat doesn't come together as a ring set, I'll be fucking shocked.
I'm sure they will.
I just like, you got the Animal Rangers together, you got the Lions together, Cars together, and then you got the Power Ranger tribute with dinosaurs and ninjas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then Decker shared the art of what the rings look like in their switched over mode.
Oh.
Let me see if I can put that.
Oh, I like the Kira Major one. It has the other Kira May stones.
I like the Sun Vulcan one because you turn the Red Ranger away and then it's just the sun. That's great.
Sun.
The Abba Ranger one just has like a fire explosion behind it. Ninja has Aka Red and the mountain in the background. Sun Vulcan is just the sun. Zyuohger is Cube Eagle. Gingaman is the animal version of the Zord. Gao Ranger is like a bunch of kanji and fire. Oh, I like the Car Ranger one. It's the other vehicles and a road they're all driving on.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
That's
a good idea.
That's cute.
Kira Major is the stones.
These
are fucking genius.
The art's great and the ideas behind them are really fun.
great rings.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, did you have something?
Oh, I was just gonna say, whoever designed the rings or came up with the concept for these Sentai rings, I hope they got a raise.
Yeah.
I really like on these rings it shows their Sentai number on the bottom, so that's nice.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. It's very faint, but
all right.
I guess it's for the kids.
Next, we have a better look at what we discussed last week with the Wolf de Caliber Go and the new Tegasword Deca Claw mode. So previously we saw the toy version. Now we get to see the like in-show version.
Still doesn't work.
No, you know why it doesn't work? Because they turned him into fucking Nightmare from Soul Calibur. They just give him this one gigantic arm.
No, the arm is fine. I don't like the head part.
Oh yeah, the head's very busy.
It looks like they just put like a furry hoodie on him and then gave him like a chain necklace.
It's like a wolf pelt. Oh, there you go.
I just look at his sword and I'm just like, is that just red Saba?
Kind of.
Yeah, it is kind of red. Yeah, and you know what's funny? They did make a red Saba.
Scimitar thing and the shape of the head at the base of the hilt.
I mean, to be fair, just real knives with animal heads tend to look like that.
That's the Wolf Decalibur Go. And then Tegasword Deca Claw. Because
Actually, that's a 50. It's not.
I like it too.
But they pronounce it Go.
I know.
I'm just thinking to the fact that when they take control of him, they put on the outfit that looks like the White Ranger's outfit.
Oh yeah.
We still don't have an official explanation for that.
No,
it
but
looks
now
holy.
Suddenly, at the very least, will you acknowledge that it's Saba-esque?
Oh sure.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying.
No, none of us are denying that.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking there's maybe a connection because like he's clearly the Red Ranger now is joining with the Megazord, and now there's a White Ranger connection. Like I feel like there's
Yeah, but they all have that.
Sure, but this is exclusive to Red though.
This weapon is.
Yeah, that's the only point that I'm making. I think that it's continuing on with the White Ranger like aesthetic that they're kind of stitching into everything.
I mean, Tommy Oliver was the most popular Ranger.
He was.
Yeah.
Like he was as much as people don't want to say it, Tommy Oliver was the Power Ranger.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're right. Like if Power Rangers like West Side has an icon that isn't the Red Mighty Morphin, it is like the White Tiger Ranger.
So anyway, that's a thing that's going to happen soon.
Nice.
Yes.
All right. So this was hilarious to see, but Tokollectibles has put it for pre-order. Apparently, they're actually making a violet edition of the Boon Boonger Champion jacket.
Hey.
That's great.
That's hilarious.
That doesn't exist.
Yeah, like it's one of those things that's like, did you have to do it? No. Am I happy you did? Yes.
It looks fun.
Oh, did they all have a different emblem on the back?
Yeah, it was their each of their like helmets.
No. On the actual champion jackets they wore, it was the team logo on the back because they would press it to activate their Hisatsu.
Oh right.
Violet's is different. He's got like a Bune Diesel helmet emblem on it.
Yeah,
I was just looking at that and I had to think about it for a moment.
Do you know what? Honestly, I'm glad this is happening because this might indicate that like
he'll get a form in a movie.
Yeah, get like Boone Violet Champion. So that'd be cool.
See, there's the actual jackets.
I think it happened in a stage show. Yeah, stage show.
Oh, that's why then. Okay, there you go.
Can I just say one thing?
Hmm?
So, when Boone Violet transforms, it's the Bune sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I see the cursive writing of Boon Boomger over the thing. I would like to have seen Bune Boonger.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying.
Well, he does one criticism.
Even though he does have a lot of Bune in his power set, his suit does say Boon Boomger.
Sure, I'm just saying that I think that that's kind of silly.
Yeah.
Well, no, wait, it is Boon Boonger. Like that's the name of the team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that is.
He wanted it to be Bune Boonger didn't fucking.
I would have had
Diesel
that put
robot
on there as like a character thing.
It's been not that long, and I've already almost forgotten his name.
Because that's how he always argued with like the rest of the team. He's like, "No, I was the first Boon Boonger. Like I made it up.
I'm the leader."
I just think that if I was going to have that character have something embroidered on there, if it's his personalized jacket, I think it would be Bune Boonger.
Yeah.
Not from the perspective of like what the show should be called, but like his personal jacket.
Yeah. So anyways, anyone who wants this, prepare to shell out just about $500.
Not good. I like the jacket, but yeah.
I don't $500 like it.
My buddy Reggie already pre-ordered this because he's a big Boone Violet fan and he wants to do like a full Boone Violet cosplay. So
the problem is that it's basically just a polyester shell that they've kind of tricked out.
Yeah, and it's also a reskin of an existing jacket they already sold.
You can either buy, you can either pre-order and buy this jacket, or you can get a Switch too, or a Super Switch. So,
or you know, you can do something else with that much money.
Nah, save it.
No, that's not fun.
I like spending money, Gar. Come on.
Well, I'm saying you can still spend the money, but just do it somewhere else, guys.
Anyway, moving on. So recently fully subbed is another less known show, Bishoujo Kamen Poitrine.
I see.
Bishoujo Kamen Poutine, now fully subbed.
Poutine.
also known as La Belle Fille Masquée Poitrine and translates as The Masked Belle Poitrine. It features Yuko Murakami, a high school student scouted by a god to become the superheroine Poitrine.
What?
Protector and peacekeeper of her town.
That's fun.
All right.
I remember they crossed over this with a Toku movie, but I don't remember which movie.
Wizard and
I love
Forza.
it when the news
Yeah,
stuff just gives us
Yeah.
special topics.
I knew it was Wizard related. I just didn't know which one.
Yeah, Ultimatum, my favorite crossover film.
Yeah, her show was a part of the Fushigi comedy series done by Shotaro Ishimori.
Yeah.
It's a comedy.
So yeah, that show is now fully subbed, and if people want to look it up, they can look up the subgroup Geo9875 subs.
I mean, I
Happy
like
for those
this
people.
happens. Like, because, it just means, if this is your thing, you can now watch it.
Yeah.
Without having to learn another language.
The donut owner from Wizard. I miss her so much.
Yeah.
I like her costume. Honestly, I've never seen this before.
I love the Sailor Moon energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if you cross like Sailor Moon with like fucking like Lupin the Third or some shit.
Yeah.
Does she predate Sailor Moon? Let's find out.
Oh, for sure. I think Sailor Moon was like what, 80s?
No, 90s.
This is like a 70s thing.
This show is
1990.
2009.
Yeah, 1990.
Doesn't say.
Yeah.
So when did Sailor Moon come out?
So this show came out in 1990, apparently.
Yeah.
This came out in 1990?
Bishoujo Kamen Poitrine, 1990.
Damn.
Really?
It looks like the 70s.
Right?
It's amazing.
Still like it.
Did you guys
Still
not
like the
hear me?
costume.
I literally said it twice.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about Sailor Moon.
No, Sailor Moon. 1992 to 1997. Sailor Moon came out afterwards.
Sorry, I thought you were referring.
All right.
Maybe a
That's
cosmic
cool.
coincidence.
All right. Very cool. Next. Kamen Rider in Super Sentai confirmed part of Toei's global expansion plan.
Oh.
This sounds ominous as well as encouraging.
Yes.
It's coming to the West even harder now.
In the latest
Wait,
article
says-
of Deadline's International Disruptors, they interviewed Toei Company President and CEO Fumio Yoshimura about Toei's ambitious growth and global expansion plans.
Hell yeah.
Yoshimura stated, in the past, Japan had a large population and therefore market for entertainment content, so we didn't see the necessity of going overseas. But now our population is declining.
That's awful, but no.
A trend that is not likely to be reversed, so now is the time for us to create new strategies.
So their thought process behind this for years was just, oh, everyone in our own country just loves our shit so much. Why do we need to expand it?
No, their thought was Japan's population is booming. We don't need to expand. But now they're like, the birth rate's declining, so we need a new audience.
This is the most passive-aggressive thing I've ever
But
heard.
Japan, no, wait. But Japan's like the fucking horniest country in the world, and
They're also the most repressed.
That's true, because they're like...
They're horny because they're repressed.
I guess so.
They censor their porn.
Yeah!
That's true. Guys, make babies more. Come on.
Everyone in Japan, fuck!
Also, how we're always bitching about how much it costs to live here? Nothing compared to the cost of living in Japan.
That's true, Decker. You actually make a very valid point.
Plus, they have way less land, so everything's tighter packed.
Mm-hmm.
They want to make babies with girls that technically don't exist.
Also, the women are kind of sick of all the casual misogyny, it turns out. Who'da thunk?
Mm-hmm.
So I just love like their mentality of, well, we could change, Nah,
We'll just look elsewhere.
We'll just complain.
I love how Japanese this is. I love it.
So North America and Asian markets are their first priority with their global expansion, as Asia accounts more than half of the world's population and is closer to them culturally.
Isn't this what they were saying back in like 1938?
Imagine they're like, okay, we got to expand this over to the West, and like they're looking for like people to like help them expand, and they just stumble upon our podcast, and they're like, oh, these guys have been active for over 10 years.
They must be good.
We got a actual sponsorship with Toei. Like, that'd be nuts.
It's a letter from Toei. Just, are we getting partnered? It's a cease and desist.
We're canceled.
That's
I
it.
love it.
That's it. If someone connected to Toei is listening, I'm open for business.
I would absolutely love it if we got like a stamped letter from Toei.
Listen, you give me free tokusatsu toys, I will review the fuck out of them for you.
Decker, don't bring that up. You're gonna blow our chance.
Yeah,
John
Toei stuff.
We want to help you expand tokusatsu to the West.
It seems that Toei is expanding their empire across Japan and the world beyond. And I, for one, welcome our Toei overlords.
Yeah, of course.
I do too. Yeah.
So let's see. North America, on the other hand, is also a huge market, so they want to cover it as well. Part of their strategy with the region is working on partnerships and affiliation to try and bridge the gap. Take note, this interview with Deadline happened while Yoshimura was ahead of his trip to Los Angeles to meet with Hollywood studios and streamers.
Mm-hmm. Are we getting a Kamen Rider movie?
As to where Kamen Rider and Super Sentai come into the picture, Yoshimura revealed they want to look on how they can expand their existing tokusatsu franchises, namely Rider and Sentai, which they state is Toei's forte.
You know what that means, guys? Master Rider's gonna make a comeback.
Master Rider?
Yeah!
Well, this next part, though.
The article revealed that Toei is not involved with the upcoming Power Rangers reboot at Disney+. And reiterate,
you know what they do? They just do. They take Black Sun and they just like adapt it in English.
They just pull an Ultraman Tiga and just dub over it.
No. You do like a full on like Dragon Knight situation.
They
yeah. Hey, I'd be down for that.
Was a global release that could have just been on. That should have just been regional, but it was global. I feel like if they're testing the waters for Kamen Rider stuff and getting ratings for it,
we should actually get Power Rider
because Toei and Amazon.
Just real quick, let me finish the article real quick. They also mentioned that Hasbro has the international rights for Power Rangers, excluding Asia, and have since 2018. But
you suck, Hasbro.
Orb in our Discord, Gavv has been confirmed to appear in Avengers Doomsday. We should not take this lightly that the CEO of Toei has gone to Los Angeles to meet with Hollywood studios.
Yeah.
Could you fucking imagine a world where Kamen Rider shows up in the MCU?
Imagine
a movie.
The current, like, next year, 2025's Kamen Rider just shows up in fucking Avengers Doomsday. That'd be amazing.
Or guys, just, hey, new Kamen Rider show on YouTube with subs.
That'd be good.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
like,
let's baby step this. At this point, it'd be nice to just hope for like officially posted and subbed Rider episodes on YouTube.
Keeping in mind, meeting with studios could just mean as simple as they'll have the streaming rights. You know?
Yeah.
Like, hell, Crunchyroll already works with Toei with all of its anime. Why don't they just do it with all their toku?
Yeah. I could see a world where Kamen Rider and Super Sentai gets officially subbed on Crunchyroll, and you know what? I'll even say, I would pay for Crunchyroll if they did.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah,
I'd consider it.
Why not?
I already do. So
yeah, I do a family plan with Kelly and her brother. So
I mean, it's probably a thing where they realize, like, hey, you know how Subaru has been doing this for like almost 6 years, and they keep making more money. Guys, why aren't we doing that?
Like, legit, if they posted episodes the day after they aired with subs on an official platform, I'd support it.
Yeah, like they've already done 01 and Geats on Blu-ray, right? So it's like,
Even if,
Keep going.
Same day would be great, Paul. But I'm saying even if it was next day, I'd be fine with that. Because these episodes air Saturday night. I don't always want to watch them the second they air.
I'm just saying that when it comes to anime, like we get it when Japan.
Most of the time is simulcast. Yes, yeah. I'm allowing some wiggling room for this. Is what I'm saying.
Wiggling room.
So,
anyways, we can see where this. We'll see where this goes, but it could be very, very fortunate.
I don't know. I can just see the president of. Sorry to cut you off, Ichi, but I can just see the president of Toei going to like the CEO of Hasbro and just being like, "So you want to start investing in video games, right? Because you worked in video games before, right? Yes. How much for Power Rangers? I'm sorry, what? We want it back."
Why am I just imagining the powerful Ranger scene from Akiba Ranger again?
just give it back.
Make more Rider fighting games, please.
Half of that footage is ours. Come on.
We haven't had a good Kamen Rider video game in so fucking long.
Like I said, the Climax Heroes fighting games, the Bat Ride War fucking Muso games, like those were so fucking good, man.
What about Memories of Heroes? Was that not good?
That was shit.
I didn't even buy it. It didn't look that good.
No, it was awful. It was like top-down arena fighter.
You only get to be like O's double and whoever the fuck the current writer is.
It's like with
0-1.
It's like with Power Rangers games, and I'm assuming by extension Sentai games. Like these shouldn't suck. Like why do video games keep sucking? From this.
I don't know. Anyways.
All right.
I'm
anyways,
just afraid that if Toei's not involved with this Power Rangers reboot, oh, get ready for westernized, fully westernized Power Rangers.
Complete
Where
with
they don't
cowboy
have
hats.
a mask. They see everyone with a face because heaven forbid you can't. It's gonna be that stupid shit where everyone always like. It's gonna be the nanotech shit where like the helmet disappears with CGI bullshit.
So the Megazord fight from the 2017 movie.
Yes.
Essentially, imagine the 2017 movie, but on a TV show budget.
Hugh Lane gasming over the idea.
Huh?
Or like everyone just being like, seen it.
Anyway, so speaking of their plans for global expansion, it seems like the first step has already been taken because there is, in fact, currently a official English Kamen Rider Twitter account. At Kamen Rider _EN, the official Kamen Rider global Twitter account.
Hell yeah.
And apparently there was a brief period where the account had been banned because of its immensely rapid growth, making Twitter think it was a bot.
That's funny.
Yep.
And it came out on Kamen Rider Day.
Yeah.
Good old Kamen Rider Day.
So, if we want to support Kamen Rider's global expansion, the best thing we can do right now, I think, is to follow this account and let them know that we are here.
And please, don't be one of those people that apparently some people in the comments are already ruining it in the Twitter, being like, don't release stuff like this season. It sucks. It's like,
what show are they watching?
Shut up.
I followed them.
All right.
And don't be like that TokuTuber. Which one? I've genuinely forgot which one it is.
Let's not even name them. Let's not name them and give them an audience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So as of the writing of this article we're looking at, within the previous 14 hours, the official account had a total of 14,000 followers and thus was briefly suspended.
Yeah, that's funny.
Whoops.
Now they're at 21K.
And the official Japanese Kamen Rider Twitter account has also confirmed the legitimacy of this new global account. So yes, this is a good first step.
So see, this is what I mean by the whole simulcast thing. Imagine they can post it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Of like, hey guys, new Kamen Rider episode out on Crunchyroll, or using Crunchyroll as an example, or Amazon Prime as an example, just like, hey guys, the newest season or like another season has been added to the backlog. Here it is.
Here's the question. Like if they do, like imagine they did that and they also like air all the other like the older seasons too.
They just like they create a whole platform and upload every season.
I put it to you that because the name of the platform is actually X, stupid, but it is called X, Kamen Rider X first. Come on. Let's start with Starfish
X
Hitler.
premieres on X.
That'd be funny. There is actually already an English Toei YouTube account. Well, there was. I don't know.
Yeah, it's still around. They just stopped uploading stuff.
Yeah, I remember I did watch a couple of episodes on there.
Yeah,
Then
because
again, if this is a plan that they're trying to like be more West, like appealing.
Yeah, this is an interesting first step. This could lead to some good things in the future.
Brave New World. That's what I'll say.
a new era.
Some nonsense.
It'll definitely lead to some nonsense.
If we're involved, absolutely. Just realized I should reply to this and tell them to come listen to us.
No,
they might stop us.
No, don't do that.
all I ask for is that we get a brief cameo in whatever Western version of Kamen Rider we get, which I am now dubbing Kamen Rider the Ultimate Hero.
Gar, you can be our official ambassador.
I just want to say for any lawyers that might be listening from Toei, we fly to Japan once a week so that we can watch this on a
we
TV.
watch these shows legally.
Yes.
Spend $2,000 there and back every week.
Every week, like we're like, I don't think people know this. We're like combined, we're like the fourth richest people in Canada, right? You know, people know that, right?
It's not a lot of others in Canada.
The maple syrup fortune is plentiful.
Mm-hmm.
Right up there with Brett Bunt.
Anyways.
All right, well, that's the news.
Good news.
Cool. Let's Gavv.
It was certainly a
Shouma and Hanto made up.
It was certainly a juicy episode this week. Oh boy!
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I got to bring up the first thing that was so fucking funny. So like Hanto's having like an existential crisis, as Hanto usually tends to do. So
yes.
he goes back to where his old job was when his mentor was still alive, and I just like. No joke was like, oh, would it be funny if he still had like the top half of his fucking master? And he literally pulls it out, and I was like, no fucking way.
As much as it's easy to poke fun at that scene, watching him have his emotional breakdown actually hit me pretty hard.
Nice.
Oh no, it was awful to like see him be that way, but like
man fucking poured his soul out in this episode, and I felt it.
Before we go on, since we all like Kamen Rider Gaim here, and since Paul especially loves Kamen Rider Gaim,
oh yeah,
did Hanto's like storyline in this episode give you like Kota vibes from Gaim when he found out he accidentally killed
Yuya?
Because that's the vibe that I was sort of getting.
A little bit.
I
think this one hits harder because, well. The character that died in this instance was on screen longer, A, and B, was a surrogate father figure to Hanto, so there was way more of an emotional connection than, oh, this is some guy I dance on a stage with sometimes.
He's the leader of our group.
He's the first member of the Orange Crew.
Yeah, because like they really hammer it in too, because it's like they show like he's like standing where like he used to work with his boss, and then like he's having like flashbacks of like all the times he was like with them and stuff, and then he's just kind of realizing like, oh my god, if I'd never like investigated into Granoots and stuff like this, none of this would have happened. Like he would have still be alive, he'd be still working.
It's a superhero issue. Like sometimes superheroes do get people they care about hurt.
And the nefarious thing is that those feelings are what brought him to Sugar in the first place.
Yeah. Yep.
Like it became like a cycle.
It's all a part of the plan.
Yeah. Also, of particular note, no opening this week.
Yeah,
we got a lot of plot to get through.
No, I love when like they have episodes where they don't play the opening because it's like, oh, they want a really serious episode.
It's like Paul said, it was a very special episode.
I was gonna say this is what people refer to as the very special episode.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking like he had Sachika on the phone with Shouma, and it's just like, all right, good luck, Umasho. And you see you can just see Grunkle Dente just, who the fuck is Umasho?
I also love that Sachika cleans up Dente's cave.
Yeah, that was adorable. And she puts up like signs and stuff as like motivational, like posters and shit.
Can I say one thing about the previous episode? I wasn't on last week. But
go for it.
So this isn't like a big thing, but I did appreciate. I'm always happy to see Hanto's character development, and so he wakes up. And of course, when he sees a Granute, he's like, oh shit! And then, like, Sachika is there to just be like, nope, good. And he's like, okay, racism suspended. Cool. Awesome.
Yeah. Also, what did you think of the debut of Kamen Rider Bake?
Very cool. I mean, I was expecting him to have a rider form. I was not expecting cookies. I like the form a lot. I think it's and he's very strong. Like you can see that he's like towering over them in terms of power, and it's
tough
really
like cookie.
good.
A, he's got debut illness, and B, Hanto and Shouma have been in weakened states for quite some time.
Not only that, like, speaking of debut illness, we'll get to it in this episode. Holy shit.
But I am willing to believe that the results of his experiments have been potent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. He didn't make a dud.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
He's not capitalizing on their weaknesses. He made a strong suit.
Well, the implication that I got from him in that episode was that the idea was like, hey, so this is stronger? Let me show you how it works so you can use it and be stronger.
That is what he was going for, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think he wanted Hanto to use it.
Trying to make the ultimate life form.
Mm-hmm.
I love the GoPro shots with Hanto on the bike.
Yep.
Well, not GoPro, the drone shot.
Yep.
Also, I love that, like, in this episode, the subtle reason that, like, his hair changed was just because he got beat up by some dudes in an alley.
Oh, yeah.
And then just his hair just, like, flopped down to the front. And I was like, oh.
Like, the way they justify it is, like, because he's in his depressive mood and he, like, bumps into one of them.
He wanders into some rando punks in Plot Alley.
Yeah, and so he bumps into one of them and they're like, aren't you even going to apologize? And they just kick his ass. Like,
yeah.
I thought maybe they might be Stomach Inc. people who were secretly working for Nielev, but then I thought to myself, no, they're just some toughs that beat
just
the
some
shit
assholes.
No, he's just lost in his own train of thought, and he just
gotta kick him while he's down.
His friends. Yeah.
So Shouma takes his boy out for some frosty chocolate milkshakes.
Yeah.
And then plops himself down immediately right down next to him.
That was it. That was the episode name.
Frosty chocolate milkshakes?
Yes.
No, I feel like it was something more clever than that.
Yeah, I like Shouma goes. I love Shouma goes out of his way to get him like a frappe, and like Hanto's like, I don't like sweets, man. Could have like in this kind of situation, you kind of get someone a hot drink.
Yeah,
but like it was adorable that Shouma like they're on a wide ass fucking like bench looking area, and Shouma immediately plops himself like right up next to him.
Like they're playing it hard. Like, especially by the end of this episode.
Also, shout out to Rakia for fucking being a goat. Just like, wait, what's happened? Oh, Dr. Sugar's a piece of shit. Oh yeah,
cool, I'll go kill him.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I'll go fucking kick his ass.
Okay, so
he grabs his belt, walks off, and then you just see Grunkle Dente being like, "Wait, where's the belt?"
I wasn't done. I was fully expecting, because he was making a copy of the Vrastum gear, I was fully expecting Rakia to grab the wrong belt.
Yeah,
Me too.
but they didn't do that.
They didn't do that though, which was surprising.
No, their excuse for having him not be around for the
face
final fight was just, oh, he's gonna beat the shit out of Bitter Gavv for a bit.
We know when Hanto tried to henshin and the cup Gochizo was emptied, that because of that we knew that he wasn't finished.
No, but
No,
like,
no,
you know what
he
I'm talking
mentioned
about,
like
the Shoma's uncle.
Yeah.
When he walks away with the belt, he looks at the camera and goes, eh?
Yeah, because Rakia snatched it before he was done developing the second one.
Yeah.
No, he was
Oh,
done.
okay.
He mentioned
I
that
see what you're saying. I thought
Neville
maybe
is
he
just
grabbed the wrong prototype.
What?
Grunkle Dente mentioned that the RAM driver was done. However, he couldn't replicate how
The cup
Neville
Gochizo.
made
Yeah,
the
the
cup
cup.
Gochizo.
That was
Because,
a
you
couple
know-
scenes later from what I'm talking about, though.
I assumed, well, yeah, but we're talking about cause and effect. I assumed the reason, like, I think he was in the process of trying to create the cup Gochizo, but Rakia took the belt before he could finish trying.
And
So
then
at that
Hanto
point,
was
it's just
like,
like, well, fuck it, I guess I can't do it.
But
I guess
when
that
you
could-
listen
that
to
could
him
have been it.
talking, he's like, "Oh God, I failed. I couldn't do it. This generation, like, it rules the world now." Sort of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, like he's lamenting his inability to do it.
yeah.
That
But
that to me
I think his
implies he
panic when the
tried.
belt got snatched because he was not done trying.
Which this all could have been rectified with him going, "Oh wait, I'm not done."
Yeah. But no, we didn't get the whole swaparoo trope that shit like this would usually do.
And you know what? Since Lock HQ, I just realized it's Lock Q. I've been pronouncing it as Lock HQ. Anyways,
Who are we talking about?
in the
Lock
chat.
just posted
Oh,
a
in the
picture
Discord.
in the chat on the Discord. Sorry for those that aren't that are only listening to the audio version. the picture it's in the background when Rakia is fighting Bitter Gavv. It's this little room that the Bitter Gavv said it's important to the master. We didn't really get a good look at it, but when we did, like from behind the scenes, you see photos of Sugar holding a baby.
So is the implication that he did have a son who died and he's trying to recreate him with these experiments?
I thought that was what was implied.
Maybe the baby was sick, and that's why he's trying to create the. That's why he's trying to create the ultimate life form, something that will live longer.
The ultimate baby.
It might be implying that Sugar has been, like, we've seen that his fingers like got frail. He said he calls himself old.
Yeah.
Could it be that he's been trying to keep himself alive longer to try and bring back what he lost?
Yeah.
Orochimaru.
Yeah, because it's the implication is that a Granute killed his baby, so he's developing the powers that he's been researching in order to make the ultimate human who could kill a Granute in order to get revenge.
Can I ask you a question? Your statement about the implication that a Granute killed his baby, is there something previous in the show that I'm not remembering that supports that, or is it just the picture of the baby?
It's we don't have much else to go on other than the pictures of him with the baby.
That should be the name of the episode. Suga Daddy.
We'll go with that for now.
That's good, Vegas.
Last episode was Suga Cookies.
My statement is, it might not be his biological son, because what we've seen of him as a character, he doesn't care enough about individual people to respond to a child like that, as far as I'm concerned.
Let's keep in mind that could be just him, his personality changing as a result of losing his child.
Yeah, losing a child. Yeah, losing a child, especially a baby, can change your entire outlook on life.
I'm questioning whether or not that picture was just with a prototype he was growing.
If we had seen any of the Bitter Gavv clones as babies instead of just showing up as fully grown adults,
and also I want to say I would
think that would support that.
That was a fucking badass shot. All the fucking
where he blows up the tank.
Yeah,
but I'm saying, what if that's what that picture was?
It could be. But I think it's still...
I don't think there's enough evidence for you to say that it's his biological baby from like a previous...
I don't know that for sure, but that's what the pictures would imply.
Growing.
There's a picture... Oh, I guess that's not a picture of his wife. I thought that picture was... Maybe his wife died during birth and the kid was all he had left. And when the kid was gone, it changed him.
Here's the thing. It doesn't matter if it's his biological son or not. Like, he's clearly loving the child in the picture. Yeah. Like, yeah. I think even if it's like a clone or like a whatever, it's still his child, you know?
Yeah, I legit believe.
As he's been portrayed throughout the entire show, I could just imagine him like, oh, you're so precious. Someday you'll be so powerful and you'll destroy everything.
Maybe.
Yeah, because like I legit think that yes, like he had a family, he had like a newborn baby's son, and then like the son died of complications, and then it drove him and his wife apart or something, or maybe he was like, oh, I'll dedicate my life to like bring her son back.
Most likely to like, because like the show does like giving its characters pathos.
Vegas is asking who took these pictures. My immediate guess is the wife. Yeah.
No, it was a Shouma clone.
This picture was taken this very morning, guys.
You love him more than me, master?
Like, there's also the fact that we see on his computer, we see what is clearly a baby.
Yeah.
Like, okay, maybe he grows the clones, like, and they do start as babies, but Toei was like, we can't show them shooting a tank full of babies.
My guess is the Shouma clones are merely means to an end.
Yeah.
And yet, we see the thing that Rakia picks up.
Which thing?
Baby sock.
It was baby sock.
Yeah,
it was baby sock.
Yeah, like he blew up the tank, and that flew.
Well, no, but
that sock was in the room already.
Yeah, like
it could have been left over from his child.
I don't think it was in the tank.
Sure, but I don't think it was in the tank. But I think that implies that they start as babies.
Yeah. Like, or this was just his child's stuff, and he hasn't been able to let go.
Yeah.
People hold on to shit for a long time after they lose something.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I'm just questioning how much evidence there is.
Ataro in the
I think
Discord.
there's more evidence to that than to what you're saying, honestly.
Ataro in the Discord posits that Suga made up this backstory so Hanto would feel bad for him. I would support that theory if he was upfront about the backstory, but he never talked about it.
Although I would love that if it turns out, oh no, this is all
fake.
This baby, I hired it for a day.
I posit
child actor.
Again, I posit that he made it.
Baby socks, never worn.
Again, I'm not saying that's impossible, but that I think he would still consider it his child.
I think it's because like they just dropped an episode like last week where it's like, oh, this guy's like a real piece of shit human being, and then you see, oh, he had a little son, and you're like, oh no, is he doing all this because his son died or something? Oh, and then you're supposed to feel bad for him now.
Mm-hmm. And then they're like, no.
Yeah, it's like, no, he's still a piece of shit.
You can be a piece of shit and have a sad backstory.
You feel understanding for where, like, why.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's not complex or interesting or anything like that. I'm just saying that, like,
I get what you're trying to say, Paul. You're saying
nobility to him just yet.
It's not about nobility.
No, but Paul, I get what you're trying to say. You're trying to say, oh, there's not enough evidence yet to like say what the whole community's thinking it is.
And that's how the writer wants it to be. They acknowledge, like, I'm not giving you all the details yet. Hell, Sugar's actor was the only one that knew about this.
Yeah. And like, remember, they're basically done filming the show at this point.
I'm pretty sure I saw a behind-the-scenes shot of Suga's actor getting his flowers, so I think he's done.
And quite frankly, Lane, like, I don't look at the comment sections. I don't look at the boards.
Oh, that's fair.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know what people are saying. I'm going purely by instinct here, and I'm going purely by how I've interpreted.
That's fine. We all come at this from our own perspectives, and that's what makes us amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, and yes, HRO, they absolutely will release the empty Cup Gojizo on P Bandai.
Oh, 100%. So, yeah, I also like that, like,
right, instead of flowers, he got a Valen Buster.
Also, I like that, like, Sugar, like, to hide that he, like, burnt his fucking hand almost to a crisp. He just puts a glove over it. Yeah.
Did you catch when he henched in this episode? We saw his neck shrivel a little.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yep. Oh, yeah, no, it was literally fucking him up super hard.
It's probably going to kill him by the end of it. Like, that probably will be...
If he's not already dead.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He did die.
I don't think so.
It was framed as if he died while talking to Nielv at the end.
Okay, here's the thing. Let me say one thing.
Hmm.
He has cloned Shouma.
You think he cloned himself?
I think he has a backup body.
That could work. Yeah.
If they don't do that in the show, I could see them pulling a Suga clone in a movie.
That would definitely
so he's pulling a Palpatine.
So literally the exact same thing Ryoma did.
Well, Lane, that's what it reminded me of. The tank full of Shoumas, like the tank full of Snopes.
Yeah, I created Snoke.
That is what it reminded me. Yeah.
They did it better than Rise of Skywalker.
The dark side of the Gavv gives rise to certain strange powers.
That was almost right.
I don't remember the exact line.
You've never seen the movie.
I've seen it, but not for a while.
Ah.
So anyway, Shouma and Hanto attempt to fight Bake, and obviously in their human forms, they're not doing so well. Hanto tries to hench with the wrestling driver, but the Gojizo is empty, so he has no gimmick form to turn into.
I found that funny where like Hanto's like trying his best to like attack him like unhenching, and I was like, guys, roll 38 of fucking rider. You don't attack a rider unhenching. It never works out.
He's just like, I'm gonna protect everyone. Rams about
decent tension.
Like Bake's about to shoot, and then
one at a time, guys. Go ahead.
I loved when Hanto said, I'm going to protect everyone, even if he can't transform at the moment. And then Shouma, pulls him away from the shot, and they're both fighting both fighting Bake, untransformed. And I personally loved the scene.
Yeah. It was great.
Struggling to keep, but that's the hero that we want to see. The ones that will just keep going no matter what.
It's not the suit, it's the person inside.
Yeah. To build on what I was just trying to say there, yes, it builds really good tension, and it's cool to see.
tension.
Yeah, they know they can't win. Like, they're still attacking fervently because there's clinging to some sort of hope, but they know that it's not an even fight.
I just want to say, there is such a thing as
like, all right, guys, stop.
I also really like.
State,
I also really liked about Hanto that he could have used the Valen Buster and transformed into Valen. Like, he could have done that, but he didn't want to because this is something that Sugar made, and he's like, I'm not using anything that you made, you piece of shit.
Also, it would have killed him, Lane.
Well, that's only if you use Chokehold.
Yeah, if you used Chokehold, if you used regular Chokodon, he probably could have had you fine. Oh, yeah.
I did say that in the previous episode. It should be okay if you use Shouma's Gojizo, but
it wouldn't be strong enough, right? So,
yeah.
And they had that reaction where it's like, no, I have to use this. Why do I have to use this? And he walks away, sort of thing. And I really like Hanto's character development through the entire thing. It's been
Hanto's been phenomenal.
And
so good.
One thing I will say about that scene is, as great as it was watching them struggle, it kind of broke the tension and made me giggle. That one shot where Hanto it goes up to Bake and just kicks him in the side of the leg.
Yeah. It can't be a great
No, Hanto, you gotta go for the hamstring.
Like, even Bake's just like, okay, guys, I get what you're trying to do. It's not gonna work.
That's cute.
Essentially that.
So,
I would entitle that entire sequence. That's cute.
So yeah, Shouma and Hanto, they finally kind of like get their groove back, and Shouma's able to create the Frappe Gojizo.
So the most appetizing looking one so far.
So I heard that they were named Ichiro and Jiro, or was that a fan thing that someone came up with?
It is actually like two separate consciousnesses in one Gojizo. The cup is Ichiro, and the like chocolate part on top of it is Jiro.
Okay, so so their names are Ichiro and Jiro.
Yes.
The Gojizo lore just continues further.
I like it.
Maybe I have the names backwards.
I like it because,
try to articulate while we were watching that the Gojizo are becoming more and more complicated.
Yeah.
As they go through. Like, they're speaking in more complete sentences when they're more special Gojizo.
It's their bond.
And yet he still makes the slaves.
God, I sure hope this one doesn't die after every use.
Eat me!
The cup is Jiro and the chocolate is Ichiro.
Anybody want a muffin?
And they are collectively referred to as the Frappes Gojizo.
Oh. Yeah, we get to see his...
And yes, Lane, they are named after the Geekiders.
That's cool.
Oh, they make more of them, so I guess they are one use.
Hell yeah.
That's sad.
Murder train.
No, I just like that, like, he gets the Gojizo and like he creates it from his Gavv, and he like looks at it and he's like, oh. And then it just forms the Valen logo on top of it. And he's like, oh, Hanto, use this.
I see.
Is this our son?
No, just
it is their son.
No, I drank some out of your cup. An indirect kiss.
Great looking Gojizo though.
It is. Yeah,
Valen twins.
Valen twins.
I think it is goofy though. It's like, epic moment. Hanto has it on the veranda. You see him like take the little tiny
swirl it
straw
around
and just swirl. It's like, it's so goofy.
Oh no, I already ordered the Frappe Gojizo because it's
of
fucking.
Course you did.
Oh yeah, I gotta get all the Valen stuff, man.
Damn it, no.
So
yes, we get the debut of Kamen Rider Valen Frappe Custom.
Yeah.
It is so cool. I saw a behind the scenes shot where you see like a bunch of behind the scenes guys like pouring like dry ice over them to like make the ice effect.
Actually, Ichi, if you scroll up in the chat, someone posted that picture.
Yep. That's fun.
Just going full Salt Bay on his ass.
Easy to make the movies magical.
It's a sick henshin because he gets all covered in ice and then it breaks off. And
I'm so glad it didn't put a cup on him like Vram.
Yeah, right. No piss cup.
And yeah, it's interesting now that Gavv and Valen's most powerful forms are both like cold themed.
I was about to say, and like they were saying this in the chat too. It's interesting how like because the sorbet is his most powerful form, or is Kaking still?
No, Sorbet is the most right now.
Okay, so it's funny how both their most powerful forms are like cold themed.
That's literally what I just said.
I know, I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
like
to show that they're like both on the same wavelength.
Yeah, because they're a couple.
of jokesters.
We had a very cool debut fight from Valen, including them shooting their way through a library.
Yeah, that poor library.
That was sick though. No, I love when they go to like weird, obscure fucking locations. Like one of my favorites was back in Forza, where literally they fought in a bowling alley. It was sick.
Yep. No, I'm with you. Like,
they blasted out that window,
and I'm just picturing the poor librarian out.
Yeah,
Dewey Decimal's fucked.
Bake literally got baked in this fucking fight.
And yeah, we get to see him pull out not only the Valen Buster to put the one piece of the Frappe into, but he also uses Chokodon to spawn the Chokodon gun and like dual wield them for a bit.
Yeah, that was
I like he bit it off too. That was cool.
All right, was I the only one expecting him to take the straw on the back and pull it out and it be a sword?
That would have been badass.
Imagine.
That is a genius idea.
It would. I actually didn't like the straw.
Draws it like a sword from his back.
I didn't like the straw aspect. It's fine, but like if that is what they did with it, oh yeah, no, shut up, me. Like that's bad. What?
While we were watching, I said I thought it would be like a sword or a stick or something like that.
Sorry, I didn't hear.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
But yes, Paul, it was the white chocolate gun because it was Chokodon, the white chocolate Gozyuger that he spawned it from.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I love the straw on the suit. It's great.
I don't mind it. Usually stuff like that bugs me, but I don't mind it on this one.
My favorite.
No.
I like it a lot.
Are these all his forms right there?
Yeah.
All his current forms?
We have Chokodon, Damaru, Bushel, Chokehold, and Frappe Custom.
I don't like them. I'm kidding.
I got all of them. Well, no, not Chokehold. I needed that, but it's so expensive.
Yeah, by the end of this episode, he's literally carrying him on his back. Like,
no, they both announced their love for each other right here in this scene.
He's a piece of candy, and he says, "I like you."
Watching this episode would be like something like,
yeah, like before he left Grunkle Dente's like place to go help Shouma, he like grabbed like a thing of gummies. I was like, oh, he cares about him.
He's like, oh, he can eat gummy again, and he fed him one. Oh,
and he drops him on the ground. He's like,
he says the 3 words, "I like you."
I thought you were about to say, and then he says the 3 words, "This shit gay."
No. In anime, it's the way you say it. Yeah, skida.
Yeah.
I think I like this shit gay more.
Just as he's carrying him away, it's just Oren Pierre Alfonso with grid on. Hey.
Oh my god! I just realized it, guys. Hanto's copying Shouma's hair because he likes them. Oh.
Is that what's going on?
Imagine!
It's so cute.
Hanto, why are you wearing Shouma's sweater? It looked comfy. Hey guys, where's my sweater?
But yeah, so we cut to Suga. Looks like him dying in an alley, and the elf just goes, "I'll take it from here."
I mean, if he is dead, that's thematic.
If he did die there, I wish they would have emphasized it more.
He didn't budge. Like, his eyes closed, and then he said, "I'll take it from here." And then he remained perfectly still until the end of the shot.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, also,
that
like,
implies that either they're really going for a bait and switch, or
bacon
he's
switch,
or he's
I
dead.
wouldn't.
And he's probably going to take the bake system, and you know it.
Probably.
Yellow is going to become the new bake, and we all know it.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if he did die here, because A, he got hit with a really powerful fucking Hisatsu from a brand new form. Also, he was using a rider system that was basically too much for him to use.
If what they're saying is like, the wiki is saying he's dead, so good.
Yeah, it never believed the wiki people.
Just keep in mind that's fan maintained.
Yeah.
Weren't you saying that he got his flowers though?
The reason I think he is dead is because we did see a behind the scenes production of like, instead of flowers, he got a Valen Buster, and the implication is he's done filming.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. It's like, I think the character is, no matter what, going to be dead for sure. If not now, then soon.
It's like VTubers. He graduated.
So
from the show.
He's graduated to death.
It seems like if a Granute took the bake rider system, they'd be able to use it way better.
I think it'll be
wink,
yellow.
wink.
I think there was rumors saying that for whatever the sequel to Outsiders is, Sugar's gonna appear in that.
Could be.
No, you know what it'll be? his little clone baby, it grows super fast, and it's just Sugar again.
Oh.
Also, you know what I just realized? If we've seen the end of Bitter Gavv, we never got that Baki sticks for him ever.
Well, you know,
I don't
you
think
never
we've seen
know.
the end of Bitter Gavv.
We
All the clones were
might.
destroyed, and if Sugar's dead,
He did.
I mean,
send
but if his
clones out
laptop's
to do
still.
stuff.
Oh,
Hang on.
There could
oh,
be
wait,
one that's
wait a minute.
still out
Remember,
there.
remember though, he had
They never
he had
said
the
all of them
USB
were
stick
locked.
in the laptop. And when Rakia showed up, he left the bitter Gavv, and he's like, "You take care of this." And he takes the USB stick and he walks away.
Oh.
Yeah, the significance of him taking his USB stick away is not really that they didn't
Yeah,
address
but
it.
think of it with Neville saying you can just leave the rest to me. He maybe he gave him the information to create more bitter Gavv clones.
yeah, that could be it.
Also, it's Nyelv.
I was like, did you just call him Neville?
I call him Neville.
Neville Longbottom?
It's like how I
Yes.
called the twins Phil and Lil.
Yeah, speaking of Phil and Lil, fucking Jeep's finally back after fucking, 12 episodes?
Apparently got hitched.
Is that Jeep? I think
Yeah,
that's
it's Jeep.
Jeep's bride.
Or...
There's a new character who was supposedly Jeep's bride to be.
No, yeah, I'm not saying that Cheetah. I'm just saying Jeep's back after 12 episodes or whatever. I'm like, wow.
I can't keep the fucking twins straight.
It's like real.
So, wait, so Sheeta's
Cheetah
the one
was
who died.
Yeah,
Jeep
that was
is
his
back
sister.
with their bride. Okay.
Yeah, he has a fiance now.
Okay.
Yeah. They're finally getting married.
This is my life.
Trying to get married.
There's a party
It's a party
in Granura World.
Look at all these presents.
Maybe if I'm pleasant, I get to keep it present.
Look at all this dark candy.
Looks like the wife looks like she's from freaking Crystalia.
Yeah, a little bit. Also,
Oh,
next episode is apparently involves basketball.
Come on,
Everybody
Sam.
get
Let's
up.
go
We're
into
going to
the
slam
gym.
him.
In the last few episodes, we haven't actually zoomed back to Stomach Inc., have we?
No, I
No,
think they didn't focus
it's-
on Sugar
no,
because his end is here. So.
Yeah,
Good, because the Stomach family sucks.
yeah. It's been the sugar arc.
So far, they've been the weakest part of the series.
Yeah, I'll even admit
got,
to that.
like-
The Stomach family's
The series is a weak stomach.
I was saying this though, like we got presumably another at least 20 or so episodes left, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, this really was the first arc was more about Sugar, and now we're gonna be dealing more with these guys again.
Yeah.
We split them up.
It's like, no. All right, now it's finally time to get back to the family by introducing a brand new character. Oh, come on!
It's weird. It's so weird seeing Shouma in anything except his normal clothes we're used to
but
seeing him in.
Sachika with her legs.
But how's Shouma gonna go play basketball and still keep his Gavv hidden?
He's not, but they're gonna use clever editing, and by clever editing, I mean he's just not gonna wear the prop until he's clearly wearing the prop.
Yeah.
You just have Rocky over there, just like, guys. Hi.
Hey, he's just pass me the ball.
I don't know how I don't know how this sport works.
He's that he's the Charles Barkley guy who took all of the he lost all of his talent. He's just like,
You ain't Charles Barkley. You're just a wannabe who looks like him.
Go back up to the picture. Show mom open. Never mind.
All right.
No, it's just like they're playing basketball. Whoa, guys, time. What? Do you see the Gozyuger show up? The fuck you guys doing here?
No, Dan Aykroyd was in this picture.
let me see if I remember how to do this.
Anyways, very fantastic episode of Gavv. I'm very happy that Hanto got his shit together and him and Shouma are besties again. So
The boys.
I know Hanto is definitely Valen is definitely probably I consider to be the best fucking secondary rider we've had. Probably honestly since Vulcan.
I like Hanto as a character. I'm still not a huge fan of Valen the Power Set.
I'll always say Ichi because I love you. You're my bestie. I love you to death. Blades himself and Rintaro, great character, great rider. Horrible secondary rider.
I can't blame Saber's shitty writing on him as a character.
I know. Anyways, engage.
All right, before we get into this week's episode, any thoughts on last week's?
Fine.
Fine.
Blackery. The fact that you were calling her the Pink Ranger is telling.
Look, man. I spent a bunch of weeks off, and it's not fresh in my head. And I saw Pink in the thing, and I'm just like, it's Japan. But I acknowledge that she's a Black Ranger, and I do like her character a lot. I got frustrated with her quite a bit in the beginning, but I liked how she developed, and I like how she integrated into the team. And this episode is fine.
So
this show is fine.
The bit right at the start of the episode got me real good, where Horo was like, well, I have no job, and I'm about to be kicked out of my place, so I'm just going to get ahead of it and start living in the fucking Tegazord.
Fuck yeah.
I'm making my own food.
This is literally Ricky living in his car energy.
That is what it is.
God damn it!
Exactly like Ricky from Trailer Park Boys living in his car.
Lane, all it's missing is that the Tegazord needs to be missing an arm.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
It just fucking Ryugi shows up and it's like, bitch, if you don't get out of my god, I will yeet this van at you.
I love the car
people just,
alarm
like-
went off when he like grabbed it.
Were people just stopping to take pictures too? Like
think so.
that was great. See, I like the comedy in this show. Like
People.
I would have loved if the episode ended with just shots of Twitter of just him in the fucking Tegazord.
So, congratulations, Ichi. You got your fucking wish. So no longer are we going to see Don Momotaro in this fucking show.
Momotaro's gone! Woo!
He had to resign as prime minister because apparently he was in violation of the firearm and sword possession control law. So because he used the Don Brothers sword in a previous battle, he was breaking the law.
Because he doesn't have a license for that sword.
So, did he not use the sword in any conflicts up until we saw him on screen?
Well,
I guess not.
No. If you look at episode 3, he never used the sword.
No, he was using the Tegazord.
That's so But apparently the sword glove hand he's got is fine.
Well, that's a glove.
It's a changer.
It's a transformation device, therefore it qualifies.
Technically a weapon.
Okay, yeah, no, let's get into this. So apparently he has the Bokenger ring.
Yeah, and its ability is to spawn a fucking castle.
Since when does that involve treasure hunting?
Yeah, that's weird.
I haven't seen Bokenger, so I don't know if this is some reference I'm not catching.
No. This is like completely fucking left field. It's a pun.
Oh, because Bokenger, because Joe is the word for castle.
Fuck off!
That is the flimsiest fucking pretense for an episode I've seen in so long.
Yeah, Decker's right. Japan, they love their puns.
See, this is why I said, like I said to you guys earlier, so I didn't forget. Should have been the Kira Major ring.
Yeah.
Because Kira Keen,
or Tokuja ring for
I
imagination.
love Johnny in the Discord says it's Takeshi's castle.
Yeah, I mean, it was almost a challenge.
But yeah, so this motherfucker decides to join the No Ones. And he's
pretty funny.
I love when he was like, death and
sunshine!
And I'm like, wow.
I love the mook that shows up with the letter, just ding. And it's like, oh, you ready to go? You ready to go, mofo? It's like,
yeah, fucking
fight.
The named ding dong of the week is Denjis Park because Denji Spark.
Was he the one who delivered the letter?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, that was a different one.
Okay, because that one's my favorite. The one that delivered the letter.
The male ding dong?
Yeah.
Yeah, male ding dong.
Nothing happens to male ding dong.
Well, he didn't get named, so he's probably safe.
But like, I want him to get more like ludicrous with his entrance instead of just walking through the door. He just pops up like out of nowhere, just ding ding.
Hey, Jerry.
I like that Candle. Like he's like fuck. I want to get back to the action. I need my fucking mech like repaired. Bouquet, are you gonna do anything about this? No, I'm fucking obsessed with my idol.
He's built a shrine to Rikuo, and I'm over here like, God, I wonder how many episodes it's gonna be until she finds out Rikuo is Goju Leon.
She's going to be a combination of both super happy and pissed.
Mm-hmm.
I think
You're
it'll
gonna
take
feel
a lot.
conflicted.
Could be to the very end, yeah.
Personally,
I hate you, but I also love you, but I hate you.
So it's Helga Pataki?
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
If she starts like saying like poetic things, how I love him.
I love him and his lion-shaped head.
I love that she actually Helga eventually did confess to Arnold, and Arnold's like,
Why?
Arnold's chill.
So the Prime Minister, he's like, listen, I'll give you guys my
Not the
rings.
Prime Minister anymore. He's retired.
Sorry, former
Tokonatsu.
Prime Minister. He's like, I'll give you guys my rings, but you gotta come to the castle.
You have to play in my adventure castle.
And I like that as they're walking there. Also, as they're all walking there, they're like, okay, remember, whoever gets the rings,
first dibs.
First dibs. And I just want to go on a side tangent quickly, because I don't think we've ever acknowledged this about Gozyuger yet. I love how they do the titles for the episodes.
Oh, yeah.
Because
we have talked about
a
them a little
title
bit.
card, or it doesn't like show up on like a banner or something like in Gavv. It's like a background, it's a background piece, like
yeah,
in the environment.
It's on a sign.
The episode titles are diegetic.
Yeah, which that's fun.
Yeah.
Yes, I look forward to they find a creative way to put it into the episode every week, so I'm looking forward to all the rest of those.
I also
like
just want to say,
I was gonna say, one was on a soup can, one was on I think one was on a garbage bag or something.
Here's your vocabulary lesson of the week, Johnny. The word diegetic, which I learned from Aaron of Game Grumps, refers to when an element that you would expect to be something separate from the scene, like the soundtrack of a movie playing, or an episode title, something that usually would be presented to the audience, but not in the actual world of what you're watching. When something is diegetic, it's the opposite, where it's something that is in the universe. For example, if characters in a movie were at a concert, the music you'd be hearing, the music would be diegetic.
The Star Wars theme over the opening titles is non-diegetic. We hope.
So yeah, the episode titles being on actual objects in the world of the show is what makes them diegetic, and that's interesting.
Hell yeah. I was gonna say too, I just love the whole thing they're doing with the former prime minister is again the whole joke of how he had to resign because of the weapon. But I love that he actually resigned.
Yeah.
That's funny.
He's weirdly honorable for an antagonistic character.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. He's an antagonist only because he's he's part of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, Decker, he's the best choice to play an old man because he's already technically one.
I would have laughed if instead of doing that, he just reverted back to his old man.
I was hoping they do that.
That would have been. I kind of hope they bring his old man actor back from time to time.
Yeah, they will for sure.
Don Momotaro's character's thing is that he thinks he's better than you.
It's that he knows he is.
That's part of the problem.
The whole conceit of his character, throughout this episode, is oh, my life sucks because I'm so amazing at everything I do, and no one was ever my equal. And it turns out my wish all along was just to have one friend that I wasn't so much better than.
I think there was an episode of Recess about this.
I'm all right.
Oh yeah, it was that one friend. There was that one guy who didn't like TJ, and TJ tried so hard to be him. And he's like, I just don't like you, man.
No. There was an episode of Recess where a new kid comes in and he's perfect at everything that everyone does.
Oh yeah.
And he acknowledges I hate being perfect because everyone just shuns me.
Oh, it's like that guy from Community, Subway, I think his name was.
Oh yeah, Subway the person.
Wow.
No, I think there is you know who he could be friends with? James Cameron. He no, because he's an arrogant asshole, but it's god damn, he's just really good at what he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's giving Tendo Soji if he had emotions.
Yeah.
So the first game is a game of tag, which
not as much.
Which Kinjiro fucking nails because he's oh, I have wings, I can just fly fast and tag them all, and they do.
I love how happy he got. He's I haven't played tag in 80 years. Transforms immediately.
It's so funny that the castle gets created and it's posited if you want my rings, you must conquer these trials, and it's posited they're going to be difficult challenges. Meanwhile, they're fucking children's games: tag, dodgeball, and playing house.
Literally playing house.
I literally was what if this is
mom.
Papyrus and Sans kind of shit?
Yeah.
It's solve this jumble.
Yep.
I just fucking love it though. The Yellow Ranger's the mother, and the Blue Ranger becomes the father. It's just why? Guys,
Why do you have the
you didn't
Hitler
have to go
mustache?
with those roles immediately.
Didn't need
But
it.
it's like, nope, doing it.
Let's talk about the dodgeball for a second before we get to the crux of
Oh
it.
god.
Oh, yeah.
The best part was when Ryugi just gets a hold of the ball and just fucking smashes
Wham!
those ding dongs right into the wall.
Looks like something like Shaolin soccer. And then I love how they just immediately we surrender.
We surrender. Fuck that.
These are the smartest mooks ever.
Like it was giving off the energy of like that scene in Billy Madison when like he's like fighting all the kids in dodgeball and he's just like, you're all big trouble. Just fucking wails on them.
I can just see it like one of them's just like, Frank, you okay?
So, anyways, Horu has a very fucking dark backstory.
Yeah, Tokonatsu takes over the mom role, and it's like, so you failed playing house, so we're gonna do it some more. Confess your backstory to me. And then we discover that apparently Horu and a bunch of other people were trapped in Brydon's No One world for 10 years, and everyone except him died?
And he also lost a friend he made while he was there, which they alluded to before.
His brother, he lost his older brother.
I just realized this is the same shit as Noel's backstory from Lupin Pad. Because wasn't he like trapped in the fucking Gangler world for like a lot of his life, and then like he met Lupin, and then Lupin mentored him and shit, and then got him out?
No, Noel was a part of the people from that world.
Oh yeah.
He also played a trope I'm not a fan of, a little too straight for me in this, where the whole thing was I was gone for 10 years, and then I went home and saw my parents had forgotten about me. They moved on. It's like, yeah, they had to move on. That's a healthy thing to do after a couple of years.
Him and his brother were gone for 10 years, and they get back, and they've replaced them with new children.
I'm sure they'll be thrilled that you're alive.
But like,
it's like
they
it's
didn't
like
even.
Leonardo,
It
it's
was
like
like
Leonardo DiCaprio's character in Catch Me If You Can. Like he goes back to like
one
being
thing
his
they
dad
didn't
and-
really say about this is like, did you even try to have a conversation with
It
them, or
doesn't.
did you just see them and leave?
No.
It doesn't look like he tried to talk to
No,
them.
it's one of those tropes. You know what? It could have been worse. Akiko could have done what her dad did and write in that like, oh, where are my parents? Dead. Where's the house? Sold off. Oh, yeah, sorry, Kiba.
But like,
At least I have a girlfriend still, right? No, she moved on. Fuck.
so this is Horu's version of like, so all the main characters are estranged from their families for different reasons and circumstances. So now we know what Horu's circumstances are, which now tells us that the girl that he spoke to, the one who we saw in the earlier episode, who was like, don't wish for anything, don't have hopes, don't have dreams. That wasn't his mother. That was just someone he met while he was in the other world.
Yeah, like someone who looked after him for a little, I guess. Like,
Oh, that was probably the
sister.
person that he cared about that he lost in that world. So yeah.
It's a whole backstory we don't know yet. We just know parts of it.
Also, calling it. Who wants to call it now? Brother's gonna come in as the Sixth Ranger.
I would like that actually.
That'd be neat.
We haven't done that in a while.
A Leo Mike situation.
Like a Geki Blue, Geki Violet situation.
Let go! Not this time!
We need
I had
to
a
watch
wild
that
idea.
episode.
Mhm.
It's probably not a thing. But I was thinking about the idea that maybe Don Momotaro might be his brother, and that's why he coaxed that story out of him.
But then why wouldn't he recognize him? And his name is different.
But I'm saying it could be a pseudonym. I don't know.
No, I think he would have recognized
Would
his
have
brother.
recognized him.
You think
Yeah,
so?
I would recognize him. Yeah,
It was pretty
Yeah.
good,
100%.
but okay.
Also, he's a guest actor. He's not going to come back.
Yeah, he's
No.
not gonna come back.
Yeah, this feels like him stepping out.
All
I
right,
like how
guys, I'm
you
going to go
said
back
this
to
is
being.
probably not true, and then when we all said, yeah, it's probably not, well, it could be.
But like,
Nothing wrong with theorying.
It's just too far out there, though.
So Candle shows up and is basically like, "Where's Haru? I want some fucking revenge." And Tokonatsu decides to once again switch sides and help them fight.
Yeah. Because he's Don Momotaro. He's a good guy.
Oh yeah, so this guy got teased on social media. Apparently, there's like some sort of dark Gozyuger.
Oh.
Yeah, and instead of like a Tega sword, he's got like a Tega gun. And I'm like, that's kind of cool.
Take a gun.
Ring Hunter Garyudo.
What?
Interesting.
Cool.
name.
Ichi, you said my name. What?
Yeah, that's his name.
Oh, watch him be my new favorite. Watch him be my new favorite. I wouldn't be surprised. He's silver. He's got a gun changer. God damn it.
It's giving Genmu zombie vibes.
Dangerous Senpai.
Oh, that's Tegajun? Oh, because Tegaju. Get it.
He's Jewish?
True Ranger.
All dinosaurs are
What are the
Jewish.
odds?
Yeah, so we got the Tegazord unicorn form. It's cool.
I liked it.
Tegazord Black. It's fucking awesome.
The Centaur mode's actually cool in action, but the toy version does not do it justice.
The toy version doesn't do any of these justice.
Yeah, and I knew as soon as the Centaur form showed up, Paul would be comparing it to Vulcantaros.
No, like I said, the only
version. Bad. I'm just saying I knew you would.
The only two toy versions of the Tegazord that looks cool is like the base red one before the weapon, and the green one.
I like yellow and green, and black.
The yellow one looks best.
I think
just give him fucking shoulders, damn it, or elbows.
He's got T-Rex head for hands.
So, Mr. Knife and Ms. Cake show up, and they spawned the Cake Coliseum.
That was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
I want one.
That was really cool. Yeah, right. I love cake. Cake's so good.
Did anyone get like a Day Boss and like Candelera vibes from their design?
Little bit.
Candelera, kind of. Debos, not so much.
Yeah, his Day Boss is based on the Statue of Liberty, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like face wise.
A little bit.
Apparently their husband and wife.
Do you mean Chaos?
Oh yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. Chaos.
Oh yeah, Lord Chaos.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, more of that.
The head priest Chaos and Candelera, yeah, kind of similar.
Oh yeah, we also get like a team up with Don Momotaro and Gozyuger, and like they do the Don Brothers Hisatsu.
I will say it's cute how they made his Hisatsu look like Avatarazan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ichi, it's just one of those things. They're saying this directly to you. He's a popular character. You have to be okay with that.
I don't.
You have to accept it, though.
I absolutely do not.
So yeah, then they decide to have a duel, and Gozyuger beats him, and he's like, "Oh, you're better than me! Oh my god!"
I love how like the formal like winner thing shows up, and I'm like, was this a formal battle? We didn't do the thing though.
Has the air of it.
We didn't get the ON done, and they're like, #1 battle.
Yeah, so then he gets all of his rings.
Yeah, so Tokonatsu is officially out of the race.
Best friend.
That's okay. I was fully expecting him to immediately heel turn and like, psych! I got your rings. Get fucked. Bye.
Surprise. But no, he bows gracefully.
Yeah.
He's like, and now I can go back to being the prime minister.
I'll be your #1 best friend as long as it's not on screen.
Well, he can't go back to being the prime minister, but he can go and work on his next campaign.
Mm-hmm.
I just love that it's like, super best friend #1! And then just like gets up and runs away. Like, away! To campaign!
And then the episode ends with something I don't think any of us were ever expecting. Oh my god. You thought Daizyujin and the Dino Megazord was cool? Holy
I did think it was cool.
shit.
Put a cloak on it. It looks great.
I cannot overstate how close to passing out I came from how hard I was laughing at this.
No, dude.
I loved it.
It's the dumbest shit I've seen in so long.
But to be fair, it matches the
not,
tone.
though.
It's
matches
so
the tone.
it's silly, but oh my fucking god, is it so badass?
Why in the ever-loving fuck would Daizyujin need to wear a fucking cloak?
You don't know who it
It
is.
looks like Rokusho.
Because whoever the fuck this guy is, who's Tyranno Ranger, is just a boss.
So you're telling me that we're supposed to believe that the most famous robot in Tokusatsu is going to disguise itself with a cloak?
Yes.
And we're supposed to buy that!
Yup.
Yes.
The only thing I think that would have been the icing on the cake was if Tyranno Ranger here also had a cloak over him. That would have been
Okay, if
sick.
he had a cloak
Okay,
on.
no, you know what? If the Ranger had a cloak over, I would be fully on board with that. But putting it, I'm okay with robots having capes. Perfect example, Evil Pteridino.
Oh, dude, that
Evil
tweet's been
Gokayo.
getting like so much likes because I mentioned how fucking badass.
But putting
Dorino
this
is
full ass, like shielding me from desert sands looking ass cloak over the Mighty Morphin Megazord? I'm sorry, that's the stupidest fucking thing I've seen.
And
in
you
so
know,
long.
so many people took their
the
Megazord
shot
and put a
is
cloak
so
on
good.
it.
Oh.
This shot right here is so fucking cool, man.
I'd actually say I think it'd be cooler if it didn't have the cloak, because I fucking love that Megazord.
Oh yeah, but it's supposed to be a mysterious thing of like Nani.
It's not mysterious. You can't make the Mighty Morphin Megazord mysterious after the career it's had.
The Mighty Morphin Mysterious Megazord.
No, but it's mysterious to them. Yes. And it's mysterious to the kids because
sure,
you know, it's like,
to people in universe, they can pull it off because they have no idea what it is. But
I'm sorry,
I cannot suspend my disbelief enough to find it not the stupidest thing on the planet.
Ichi, I'm so sorry, but you're in the vast minority.
I
of
am
this.
so okay with that. I cannot overstate how okay I am with being the minority on this, but it's dumb.
No,
it's so dumb.
Cool.
It looks too much like Megatron in Transformers 3. That's also right.
I love it. That's my favorite Megatron design is the one from Dark of the Moon. He was so cool.
Fucking fight me in the comments. Fight me on Twitter. Fight me on Blue Sky. Fight me anywhere you want.
Listen,
it's the dumbest shit on the planet.
I want everyone out there who has their own Dino Megazord toy. I need you to throw a fucking cloak over it. It'll be 10 times.
Tweet at me all of your pictures of your Mighty Morphin Megazords because God knows there are enough releases and re-releases of it that I'm sure so many of you have one on your desk right now. Look 90 degrees to your right, and it's standing there. Take a face cloth from your fucking hamper and tie that shit around its shoulders.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Fucking do it!
Just do it!
Tell me you think that looks cool!
I love how much this has awakened in you.
I'm so angry!
Yeah, I didn't expect you to be really pissed off about this. I thought you would have liked it too.
No, it's the dumbest, most pretentious shit. The fact that they like everyone knows and loves the Daizyujin, the Mighty Morphin Megazord. Let's make him cool and mysterious by putting a Roku show cape on him.
Okay, so my buddy Reggie on Twitter, he actually did it for the toy.
Look how dumb that looks! It looks like you're tucking him into sleep.
That does.
It looks a bit silly, I'll admit, in toy form, but like you can't deny it. Like in the show, it looks so cool.
No, it doesn't.
It looks like you're tucking him into fucking bed.
No, I like it. I think it's badass.
I Optimus standing next to him, going, "What the fuck is happening,
brother?"
It looks like a paper bag. Fuck you, H.R. I love it.
It does look like a paper bag.
I don't want to play with.
That's what it was missing. They should have put a paper bag over its head. With little eye slits cut out.
No, I know. Like I said, I think a lot of us are like okay with this. I think it's fucking badass shit. Good job, Gar.
Ooh, that one's red.
Oh,
I don't have anything brown.
Oh my god!
I really hope. You know what? I hope Premium Bandai releases a new version of Daizyujin with the cloak. Do it.
They
fucking do it.
So you know what I'm gonna do now? Because how much would it fucking cost to put together a full Megazord costume? Way too much.
No!
I'll get just the helmet.
Oh,
and put
there
a
you
cloak
go.
on.
That's actually genius.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna put it on the Megazord, the gold and black Megazord that you sold me.
That actually might look cooler.
Might look better.
Yeah. Anyways,
let us know what side are you on?
Yeah. And just a cloak.
Yeah,
that's fucking genius.
Thank you.
But you gotta get something like big shoulders to put under it.
I'll put on hockey pads or something.
Yeah, or like football shoulders.
Sorry. Like, this just is so fucking cool. I don't care what anyone says. That's badass as shit.
I cannot and will not take it seriously.
I think it would look cooler if he didn't have the cloak.
It's okay. No, but it's okay because next episode he's not going to have it. So
no, you know what? This exact screenshot in the Discord. You know what vibes this is giving me? Fucking Metal Robotnik from the Sonic OVA.
I mean, we're right about Rakusho.
You put like a T-shirt over it, Gar.
It's the closest thing I could grab. Okay, I don't have a fucking rag.
It would have been so funny if it was like a Mighty Morphin T-shirt with like the diamonds and emblem on it.
Who am I? Toku Guy 97? I don't got that shit.
I just want everyone to know. I don't think Ichi and I are upset about this. It's just we're just like, what?
I wouldn't say I'm upset.
Because again, we know for, like you said, like he's just gonna rip it off, like the next one.
Yeah, he's gonna tear it off at the start of the episode, and it'll be gone forever.
You know what would be hilarious though, if like they couldn't do that because they accidentally the suit was somewhat damaged, and they're like, oh fuck, what do we do?
He just has the sword poking out of it.
It's a 33-year-old fucking suit. So
actually, that's a new suit that they made for Gokaiger versus Go Busters.
Yeah, so the cloak was fully on purpose.
No, this is one of those images that's gonna go down in fucking history. It's a legendary image.
Dramatic.
Look at that! That's so cool, man. Oh man, I love cloaks.
I'm sorry, I like mine more. The fact that it's just a fucking shirt.
Warmth
and blocking the sandstorm.
You know, organic things have to worry about.
There's the implication that Daizyujin went on a long worldwide journey and came to Japan to...
Well, actually, yeah.
It fits the tone of the show, to be fair.
Sure.
Actually, we know for a fact that the Red Ranger who is Tyranno Ranger, is a traveler. So he travels around in Daizyujin. Therefore, he wears a cloak so that nothing damages the robot while he's on his journey.
Or he's just trying to be really, really inconspicuous.
Yes, because a giant robot becomes immediately inconspicuous when it has a giant cloak on.
Where do you get that?
See, this also reminds me, there was this one fucking Halo trailer where, Master Chief was in a fucking cloak for some fucking reason. Again, it's not necessary, but is it cool as shit? Yes. So...
Josh Kilgannon on Twitter has already cosplayed...
Oh, yeah. No, see what this has fucking started? People are now just starting to customize their Daizyujin's cloaks. And I love it.
It's called, she's got a new hat.
Okay, anyways. Sticking out is hilarious.
Anyways, I love it. I think it's cool, but it's 11 o'clock. Let's start talking about Akiba Ranger.
Nice.
All right,
take us in.
All right, so it is 2011. 2011 Super Sentai is getting ready to celebrate its 35th anniversary with Kaizoko Sentai Gokaiger. Gokaiger did really well, especially even though Japan just went through a massive 7.7 earthquake. But it led to more Sentai actors returning. And, again, show is very popular. They realized, hey, a lot of fans are a lot older than just the kids watching. So why don't we try to do something for the older fans, something that, we can't really do on television in a sense.
Gar. They said, what if we made fun of those fans?
Yes.
What if we pointed out their flaws and foibles and shamed them for their loves and hobbies?
So, the show, Toei worked with Bandai for Tamashii Nations to push the Super Sentai SH Figure Arts line by having a show for the adult fans, which is Hikonin Sentai Akibaranger.
It's still so baffling that something this parodical is something by the official company. Usually shows like this are
in my life
are actual parodies made by other production companies and other other teams. But the fact that this is officially Toei made, despite being quote unquote unofficial, is such an anomaly.
I mean,
and there hasn't been anything like it since.
I can see that.
I just want to say quote Gar in a conversation we had earlier today about Akiba Ranger. He basically said like it's a lot like Go Kaiser. It's aged like a fine wine.
Oh yeah, I actually enjoyed this more than I thought I would.
Yeah,
or in this case, aged like a fine sake.
Yeah.
Like I rewatched these 3 episodes of Akiba Ranger, and I was just sitting here being like, man, this was well done. Like, fuck, they knew what they were doing.
I think the jokes still hold up in this show.
Yeah.
Oh
yes.
man,
it wears the unofficialness on its sleeve, and that's what makes it funny. Like, because like this is a straight parody.
Yeah.
But it's charming. Like.
Yep.
Like one of my favorite jokes is it's like, all right, we got everyone. Now let's get in. Danger's coming. What, an invasion? Like, this music starts playing. See the rain. I'm talking about the rain. Hey, let me in.
It's amazing that the show manages to, in my opinion, perfectly toe the line between being a good-hearted parody and actively jabbing its audience.
And that's what the best parody does, I think. Like
there's several moments where it's like, you're a 29-year-old who likes Sentai and anime? Gross.
And I was like, man, I've never been so happy to be called out.
It's like, wow, I feel seen.
Okay, and like, I'm going to say this just because like Paul's not here because he had to leave, like he said. And like, Paul and I were talking about this while we were outside. Paul wasn't so into this because, you know, if you know Paul, he's a very genuine guy, you know?
He takes things a little more seriously than he oughta.
Yeah, and so like, it's not that he thought it was bad, but like, you know, Paul doesn't handle jokes at his expense very well.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, so like he was legit offended?
A little bit.
I would say he approached it. I don't think he...
I've never once, like when I watched this show for the first time back in the day, like I was not offended. I was like, this is a parody of Super Sentai, but it's so fucking well made.
And like
most of us are just like, haha, it me.
Yeah, and like, you know, we can
I'm not offended.
Handle jokes at our expense, I guess. But like another thing he was saying was like, well, I think it's, you know, it's a little sinister what's going on, and like it's just that whole, you're taking this a little too seriously.
Yeah, like he was theorizing that like Akagi was in a coma the whole series.
No.
Yeah, and like he thought that the mentor character was up to something because like it's like with like when we watch
farming them for delusion power.
Yeah, and it's like when we watch SPD, and it's like, you know, sometimes you just got to take it at face value.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, this show can probably hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
So let's start with the opening theme to Akiba Ranger. My God, is it so good?
It's such a bop.
Like you have what was the Yamagata Yukio? It was like the male voice.
He was the male voice in the opening.
Yeah, it's so good, dude. Like you have this I think like famous anime singer. Like
it was
Japanese,
Haruko Momoi.
Yeah. And then you have like his voice like singing alongside her in a duet. And it's so good. Like the sped up footage and everything. It's great.
Like blue and yellow landing on the ground, red still falling. It gets hit by a fucking truck.
Yep.
Yeah. It's so good.
Good luck trying to find a full version of it on YouTube.
I have the album downloaded.
What's funny is the always most memorable part of the opening for me was when like they're cutting to the Sentai cafe with Hakase and then like one of the employees, and she's just in a Yumiko cosplay and she's just like stretching her hand in the air or whatever. Like I don't know why, but I always remember that so hard in my brain when I hear this song.
Actually, just to briefly mention her, the dancer in the cafe.
Mm-hmm.
She was a popular YouTuber back then.
Oh.
Who did I guess covered dances of like of like.
I figured she had to be someone.
Yeah, in which to the point my sister watched her, and then she came to the realization of, oh, she was in a Super Sentai show. Oh, there she is there.
Nice.
Gar, please. The term is YouTubeist. I like calling that.
I'm a YouTubeist.
I wasn't sure.
No, I mean, it's YouTuber. I just like calling them YouTubists.
Yes.
I'm
a motorist.
So we should talk about our 3 main characters, our Akiba Rangers.
So our red is Nobuo Akagi, who is a 29-year-old Sentai otaku and anime otaku.
And I just want to say, this actor, spot on.
He goes for it.
He's nailing it.
One of my favorite like moments with them is when like Hakase like tells him like, oh, it's like all delusion or whatever like that. He's just like, what do you mean? He's just like
devastated.
He's so devastated. It's not real.
Like I think my favorite was from the 3rd episode when he's drunk and it's just like, oh, if Boken Ranger is like, no. It's not Boken Ranger, it's Bokenger. Go Sentai Bokenja.
And I love that like she follows up with like, what the fuck is Jur? And then no one ever follows up on that.
Yeah, they just drop that real quick.
So he there's a part in the first episode where he's part of like a delivery service, which like that's why like when the Dawn Brothers started and like Taro was working for like a delivery company, I just thought of Akiba Ranger immediately because
the opening bit is it makes us think that he's a member of SPD, but he's deluding himself because he actually works for Sasaki Pompoko Delivery.
That's pretty good.
So
he played a role in this.
Yeah, this show came out around the time that Power Rangers SPD was being dubbed back into Japanese,
and that was a popular one, right?
Yeah. That's why Bonbon appears in these episodes.
So yeah, Decker just posted this image, which is like funny. So like this is like a dilemma among like collectors, especially ones like myself, where you go to a store, you see something like on sale or like an old toy or something on sale, and you're like, oh man, I would love to have this. And then you turn and you just see another thing that you're interested in also selling something. You're like, but I want that too. So you have to decide which thing you want.
I actually had that moment recently where I was considering buying the 25th anniversary season 1 Digivice, and then I decided to just pre-order the D3 instead.
I like it too that like he sees this like what was it, the 5-man mecha?
Yeah, Great 5.
Yeah, so Great 5, and he's looking at it, he's like, oh, it's like this much money. It's expensive, cheap, but expensive.
Oh yeah, it was like over $100.
I love that right next to it was O-Blocker, aka the Super Zeo Megazord, one of my favorites.
Oh yeah,
that's another thing with this show, like because it's unofficial, but it's made by the company. They can just throw all the toys in there. They can throw all the music. I love all the music in the background.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. The one thing I really appreciate about this show is that like, and like I'm gonna bring up Gar here, is if you're a long-time Sentai fan and you know you've seen all the shows and you know all the characters and references and stuff, you're gonna have a fucking blast with this show.
Especially once they get to the secret base cafe where they've got just so much Sentai merch on every wall.
Fuck.
But this is what I mean by this show ages like fine wine. Even if you haven't seen a whole lot of Sentai, hell, I saw the show when it first came out, and I've only seen like not even a handful, like probably 2 or 3 Sentais. I enjoyed it, and then I went back to it when I watched more, and I enjoyed it. Yeah. I kept going back to this show after I watched a few more seasons, and I'm like, I like this. I really like this.
Yeah.
Like,
and now that I've seen every season, I love this show.
Yeah.
If like, yeah, again, you have to like understand the show is aiming at an older audience, so I think that's why they're kind of going with an older audience can handle the jokes at their expense a little better, hopefully.
Most of us.
But
wait a minute.
like it's still clearly
29.
a loving thing too, you know?
Yeah.
Like they're not saying you're stupid for liking this. They're just kind of going,
aren't you silly?
Aren't you a little silly for liking this at 29? And the answer is yes.
I'm just thinking, I'm going to Japan next year. I'll be 29. Huh. Should I dress up as Akagi and go to Akihabara?
Hell yeah, dude. Go for it.
Dress up as the character.
Just reenact every episode.
So, of course, another theme of Akiba Ranger is their stuff is based around this anime that's only in universe called Autan.
Zukyun Aoi.
Yeah, Zukyun Aoi Tan.
What's the point of this?
The idea is just to point the fact that they're Sentai fans, but they're also anime fans.
Okay.
And they don't go into it too much, but the best way I can summarize it is Zukyun Aoi is very sim-figure coded.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, their morpher is literally an anime figure that turns into a gun, and I want to first say they released this like as a toy, 1-to-1 scale.
Yep.
and it fully functional, has all the sound effects in it, and it's incredible. Like I've always kind of wanted to get one of these things, but it's like it's so expensive.
It's like
I like the gun form.
I get the joke of it, but in terms of being like a Sentai changer and weapon and toy, we have to admit it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, but again, that's the joke.
That is the joke.
It's
I fully
stupid.
I fully get the joke, but we have to accept that it is fucking stupid.
And I'll say that's one thing that with this show that I'm a little on the edge of, because there's so much about the look of things, like the morphers, the suits themselves, that I like, but then there's like one detail that makes me go, I don't like it. You know what I mean?
And I just love every time they'd use it would just go so cute. I love that. I used to yell that shit all the time when the show first came out.
Well, yeah, there's
the
the
odds
super
that
form
then
from season 2.
Oh my.
What are the odds that the following season of the official Super Sentai would have a gun changer?
I mean, options are few.
Decker, show the gold one. Show the gold version.
I also like the that Red's character, when he's not morphed, his hair does the same thing as his suit. That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so like the Akiba Ranger suits, like they know what they are, but I will actually say, like, Akiba Red's design, I fucking love it. It's so good.
Again, if it wasn't for the hair, I'd say it's pretty damn.
Yeah,
good.
so then eventually he gets his super form, but in gold, and I love that suit so much. I want the figure art of it. It's so cool. Yeah, look at that shit.
That looks cool.
It's so cool. So cool.
A fun fact that the Akiba Ranger suits were fully intended to be designed to be as sleek as possible, so that they could be made into figure arts.
Yeah,
that makes
show
sense.
That makes use of merchandise, makes fun of merchandise, is absolutely going to be designed around selling merchandise.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of the suits, I like them for the most part. The only things I don't like are like the ponytail and pigtail hair things on blue and yellow.
That's what I was saying. That one thing that actually makes me not like them is the hair. And I'll say
I get that Red's hair is like going for like spunky anime protagonist, and it absolutely works, especially when he starts using it as an attack.
It works better on red than blue and yellow.
Yeah, and I will say that in season 2, the blue and yellow hair bits change, and I think they are worse than the season 1s.
Oh no!
I think red works because it's not sticking off of his head.
Yes,
it's a part of the helmet.
Yeah, it looks like a precursor to Exade.
And unfortunately, like, I get it's part of the joke. Oh, thank you. Actually, this alludes to what I'm talking about. Like, they really sexualize the girls in this one,
which is unfortunate considering Blue is underage.
Thanks again, Japan.
You see the transformation sequence when they
and like Yellow's tits get bigger,
girls.
And then Akiba Yellow breasted boobly.
Yeah, pretty sure.
I don't know if they actually got bigger, but during Akiba Yellow's henshin, the boobs do like pulse.
I think all like female Sentai characters, they have skirts, but like this is playing up that they have underwear under that. You know what I mean? And it's like, guys, come on.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't tell you how because like the Blue Ranger, she's like a high school student, and like she does like a lot of stretches like in like these 3 episodes, and like she's in her uniform, and I'm like,
Sel was saying while we were watching, did they just hire this actress for her legs?
No, Paul did that.
Was it you or the Paul?
It was Paul.
It was Paul?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man.
There.
Oh yeah, and the villain is actually.
We haven't even talked about Malshina, actual
Malshina.
Japanese porn star.
Yep.
I've looked up some of her content.
Well, yeah, Japanese porn's pretty simple.
I only watched like one video, and I think it was so long. Well, back when the show was airing was when I watched it, and I'm like, this is not the best.
There was a moment in this where the actor looked like God, I shouldn't have left porn.
Oh no, she was definitely not afraid to fucking strip down.
I feel sorry for her though in the second episode when she's surrounded by like the pink polka dot thing.
Oh, the bubble sheet bit.
Yeah,
that was funny.
I'm like, remember they filmed this during winter.
Yeah, no, we could see snow on the ground, and I'm like, most episodes, I'm like, man, there's a lot of women wearing not a lot of clothes.
There was, I think it was the first episode where Malshina was like, it's cold, I'm leaving, and then he was like, haha, death flag. Yep, there's the bubble sheet bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, we'll say she's got a nice body.
The whole thing.
Yeah, you might want to remove that image.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's get back to first episode. So episode 1 opens up with Akagi making his delivery, where he meets Sayaka, or not meets, but runs into Sayaka, the woman he wants to have an actual relationship with, but
future
of course
lover.
he's too ashamed.
29-year-old otaku with a delivery job.
And then we get this bit where like some woman's getting robbed by a dude on a bike, and we think that he stops the bike thief, but then it turns out no, he fucking wiped out on the stairs.
Oh yeah, no, it's really great when like you watch these episodes back and you can literally pinpoint when he's starting to have the delusion.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
the best
like,
part of it is the lady he was trying to save, she just takes his bike
And
and
yeets it at the dude.
I'll get you, Bette Midler!
and then she just gives him back his bike and is like, thanks.
Not even a man.
Yeah.
That had undertones.
So the character we come to meet later as Hakase Hiroyo sees this unfold.
It's Hakase.
Yeah, they do the bit where it's like Hakase. It's like that's just my stage name.
She's like, just call me owner.
But yeah, so she recruits Akagi to this Akibaranger project. And I love the bit where it's like, oh, I get it, Akagi, so I'm red, and she's blue because Aoyagi. So now who's next? Are we gonna find green or black? Now we need to find yellow. Oh, that's the hardest one to find a correct name for. Immediately they find Moegi Yumeria.
But that's what I love about this show. Like you see who the Yellow Ranger is going to be in the background because the opening showed her.
Yeah.
But that's not the main focus. The focus is that oh, I'm gonna be red because I'm Akagi. What's your name? And she's like, oh, I'm Al. It's like, oh, you're blue then.
You must be blue because Al.
They're having the conversation, but you see in the background Hakase talking to what's her name?
Yumeria.
Yeah, no, I
Yumeria.
thought that was clever too, Gar.
It's like, yeah, we recruited her while you were blathering on.
She's a cosplayer.
I love how the third episode comes up again, just like, is there something wrong? No, there's nothing wrong. You want me to find green, black?
Oh yeah.
No. Oh, come on.
I've been giving a lot of credit to Akagi's actor for doing a great job, but Yumeria's actor, holy shit, is she so good?
Her character is a whole ass deal over the entire span of the series.
But she's so good.
One of my favorite bits is when the cat ears fall off and you just hear her real voice come through. What did you know not go baby go? I'm like,
makes you think of Greta from Gravity Falls.
And then like Akiba Blue in one episode is just like looks over at her and she goes, what the fuck are you wearing? And she's like, I'm an elementary school boy. And I'm like, oh today, man.
So yeah, Yumeria's bit is she's a cosplayer. She takes on the character. Yeah, she role plays the costume she does, and over the course of the show, she has several different cosplays she goes through. So it's just a treat to see what the fuck she pulls out next.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that she's probably the most developed character in the show?
Oh, for sure.
I don't know about the most developed, but probably most dynamic in terms of her range because of the different characters she goes through.
Her suit's definitely the most developed.
Yep.
Also, it's revealed that she's into a lot of boy-on-boy romance.
She's a full-on Fujoshi.
Wait, what? A woman's into men-on-men action? What?
Oh, wait till we get to season 2, because Akagi has a really fun fetish.
Oh yeah, is that it in season 2?
That's season 2. It's my favorite episode.
Yeah, I know the one you mean.
Yeah, tell me.
Robots.
Oh, that's why.
Robot girls, to be specific.
Oh no.
What else is there? What do you guys think of the mooks?
The Shachiku?
I like them.
I like how half-assed they are.
Yeah. I love that they're like, whenever they're fighting, they're like uttering work words like overtime, quotas.
I didn't even know that. I thought they were just being like putties, like going.
And then like we have like the monster of the week who they always have these super long, complicated names which they don't even bother to memorize.
The chief clerks.
Oh, Ichi did.
I wrote these down.
Yeah,
so
of course you did.
One in episode 1 is Shibuya Seitaka Awadachi so Higanaga Aburamushi.
God fucking damn it. Can I have some vowels with that word?
Episode 2 is Shibuya Kozurina Higanaga Aburamushi. And then episode 3's is Kabukicho Mesuguro Hyomonju.
That's great.
Jesus Christ.
It's just,
I like that it's
voice.
the same villain the first two times.
Yeah.
Like at first I thought, oh, is that what the deal's gonna be? It's always the same guy, but it's a different character.
And then the second episode is like, we have one very key difference that I'm not gonna tell you. Instead, you get to anguish and suffer wondering about it. Ha 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 ha!
Fools.
It's the tooth. His teeth are gold.
That's good.
He's the shiny version.
I thought it was his chest. I thought it was like, oh, it says like Shibuya on it.
No,
they're both Shibuya.
Good point.
Gold tooth.
There is a lot of masochism going on in this show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Duh.
No, there she is.
That's a figure
Or
art.
BDSM Nazi,
Yeah, but what's interesting about Yumeria in terms of her relation to this team is she actually is also interested in Sentai, not to the degree that Akagi is, but she knows enough to keep up with him in most cases.
Yeah.
Whereas
When Blue
Mitsuki,
starts talking.
is only here for the purposes of training her fighting technique because she's a martial artist.
But she also does like Aoi or whatever.
Yeah, she starts talking about Aoi-chan. Like Akagi puts his hands on her. It's like, you're one of us. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Stop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she
Take
sees
the
like
hand off that child.
she sees like a keychain that Akiba Yellow has, and she's like, "Oh my god, I fucking love this! Where'd you get it? It's so fucking cute."
Yep. So Hakase introduces them to the Akiba Ranger system and the changers, which are the Moe Moe Zukuns, which are the little figures that turn into the guns. And we get their first Jumoso! And honestly, the fact that they were surprised by the revelation to the end of the episode is a little underwhelming because your call-out phrase is the word Great Delusion, but they don't pick up on that. They're just too busy having fun being Sentai.
Yeah, no, that's why it's so fucking funny where, like, you see them having these, like, amazing, intense Sentai fucking battles and shit, and, like, but then you just cuts to, like, them just in the middle of the fucking street just going,
swinging their arms around.
I fucking love that shot.
Or like,
No, it's great.
They're in the car in the second episode at the end. They're just cheering in the car. The car is, like, shaking a bit. People are walking by like, the fuck?
Oh yeah, and then like you think they're actually solving like problems in Akihabara, but then it's just like, oh no, the police showed up and arrested the
While
person.
you were standing around like drunken, delusional idiots swinging your limbs, the police came in and arrested the bad guy.
Oh yeah, that's another thing that they bring up in the second episode where it's like, oh, because like you're drunk, you're like more delusional, so it like powers you more. But then it's realized that no, if you're too wasted, it's like you're just gonna fall on your face.
We feedback loop, and you just cycle through the same delusions.
I want to have the trope where I get to save the damsel in distress. My favorite, not girlfriend's in trouble.
Oh yeah, no, the fact that
3 fucking times.
Oh well, yeah, comedy comes in threes.
This shot where it's like, Sayaka, I saved you. Thank you, Akagi. Pulls out gun, pops him in the head.
That was great.
So funny, so
it was funny all 3 times.
You know what I just thought of? And it would have been amazing if they had done this, but on like logistics, it would have been too hard. If our 3 main characters, like it still takes place in like Akihabara and all that, our 3 main characters are white Westerners. How hilarious would that have been? And how butthurt would Paul have been?
So what you're saying is we need to film our own version.
Yes.
So what you're saying is they need to adapt. So they need to adapt Akiba Ranger into a Power Ranger parody.
No. Akiba Ranger into a Castranger parody.
Sure.
They're coming over, guys. Let's get them.
But like, I like the
I think it was Paul who was saying, like, as we were watching it, it's like, so what you're telling me is this is biting criticism on Super Sentai. So this is just Castranger.
Yes.
So, but I like the small little jokes that like they make fun of like Sentai tropes. It's like they do like their roll call, and then they do the explosion, and Akiba Blue just kind of like goes like reacts to the explosion and gets startled by it, like shit like that. Like I love. That's why like Kampen Senshin After 5, like that's like it's not as like big as
they were protecting world peace, but it's always Japan. They should go attack Brazil.
Yeah, like After 5 isn't as like big production quality as Akiba Ranger was, but it's still like they're making fun of Sentai tropes, and it's fucking hilarious.
What I like to that lane is like when they do their roll calls, like Red's going for it. Like he's like he's
he
calling back to another Red. Blue says, "I'm blue," and Yellow like just like babbles.
Yeah, their roll calls are always fun because like Red will make a reference to a Sentai, Blue just wants to get it over with, and Yellow isn't. Every time Yellow does a roll call, it's the next part of a long, ongoing, babbling tangent about what the fuck ever.
Wait, is that it?
Apparently.
You just gotta stitch them all together. It's one long...
Well, in episode 2, she's like, so remember I was talking about Comic Cat? Well, the thing is, and then this, and then that. But yeah, I imagine if you put all her roll calls together, it would probably approach a coherent sentence.
I'd like to actually look into that.
Ichi, I feel like that's something you need to edit together.
No, you know what? Throughout the month, I will keep track.
Yeah, please do.
Because they're different. Because like I think it was episode 1. He's like, my favorite Red Ranger is Bonbons from Deca Red.
Yeah. Okay. So they're in episode 2. It's like very Deca Ranger focused, and so like Akagi's like his whole thing is like he's upset that like it's all delusion, so he just like doesn't want to be a part of it anymore because he's like it's not real. So he's in like a parking garage, like just like moping, and then he sees Bonbon's actor from Deca Ranger, and so he goes up to him and he's just like, Bon, I'm a huge fan of you. And he like goes, like Bonbon's actor like goes over to him and he's just like, yes, Akagi, like I know about you and Akiba Ranger. You guys are amazing. You're the savior of Super Sentai. You're
a better partner than Hoji.
And then you're a better partner than Hoji. Will you be my partner? He's like, of course I'll be your partner. And then it cuts to reality where he's just like, oh no, man, I'm not Bonbon. I'm actually here for like a Power Rangers SBD event. It's just costume, but like appreciate you being a fan, dude.
That's cringe, but thank you for watching.
I like the subtle bit of that though. He's like, I'm here for a Power Rangers SBD event. I'm not Bonbon. I can't remember the actor's name, but he's like
Saine Ryuji, I believe his name was.
Yeah, and he's walking away. He turns back around though. He's like, oh. Well, thank you for being a fan.
Yeah, I remember when we watched. I remember when we watched this for the first time. Like he's like, "Yeah, I'm here for a Power Rangers SPD event," and we're just like, "What?"
Yeah, because again, SPD was being dubbed back into Japanese, so that was the promotion for it.
Older and wiser.
Which, if you go on YouTube if you go into YouTube right now, you can actually find all 38 episodes dubbed in Japanese.
Badass.
In which I had to look it up. SPD Odin. Also, you gotta keep in mind this was 2012. This is before we started bumping into the whole V Cinema anniversary thing. So he's sort of like,
true.
Deca Red didn't like his actor didn't need to show up for this.
Yeah.
No, but it's nice, right?
He did that for us.
But it's nice that he did it.
It's like
for the fans.
Yeah, it's like a nice joke being like, oh, it's just an unofficial Sentai, but oh look, there's an official one. He's the GOAT. He's the cool one.
I found this to also be another pretty good jab at the fan base though, because like if you ever read any sort of fanfic, it always is this where person's OC
the main character is my best friend.
Yeah, like, no, you're the best one ever. I wish I knew you instead of my stupid friends. Like,
you're my best friend, Anon.
God.
So like Akagi's still going through his crisis or whatever like that, but then he sees Deca Red and he's like, what's that, Deca Red? You need my help? And he's like, yeah, oh my god.
I love how he's not talking.
Yeah, and then you realize later in the episode, that Akase hired a cosplayer to go out and motivate him to come back.
The weird part about that is the fact that they never show the face of the dude who was dressed up as Deca Red.
Yeah, that was strange.
But this is what I like. I love that it, like, in real life, it's a stage show suit. It's a stage show suit. You can see the holes in the visor.
Yep.
Like, the suit's not that great of quality. But in the delusion world, when it's Deca Red showing up, it's the official suit.
Yep.
The clips are on the inside. The visor is like clear. So it's like, I love that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so good. And yeah, so then like Akiba Red gets to team up with Deca Red, and like I love it. He's using his blasters and it's using that like old school sound effects that like I fucking love.
D-Magnum sounds.
Yeah, I love those. And then he's like, I will give you my power, and he turns into a giant pair of handcuffs.
Hey guys, remember Decade when they would turn the riders into weapons? What if Sentai did that?
Hey, you can get those. Those came with like the figure arts. It was awesome.
I'm gonna give you the clamps.
Yeah, that was the thing with the Japanese releases. for like Deca and Boken Red, they came with the Akiba Ranger parts.
Wow.
But for the internet, like for the Power Ranger releases, you didn't get those parts because Akiba Ranger wasn't over here.
Western fans don't know what Akiba Ranger is.
No.
So I was very disappointed when I got my Red Hawk figure from Jetman and found out it did not come with the Akiba Ranger parts. I'm like, oh.
Also, one of the funniest fucking jokes ever was where they're like, they defeat the monster in the first episode, and they're like, all right, usually in traditional Sentai states that when we defeat a monster, it grows big, and they're like, what? Yeah, we need a mecha. Yeah, we don't have one of those. Fuck. And they just sit around for like hours waiting for a giant monster to show up. And
even though they know they have no mecha, they sit there waiting for the rope for the giant monster for presumably hours.
Good. It's so good.
Akiba Red sitting like with his knees and his arms on his knees. Like that frame is my favorite shot in the first episode.
It reminds me kind of like,
and Yellow's like throwing rocks.
We were talking about this the other day, but like it just the way he was sitting there, just like it reminded me of Martin when he was like in his pool naked. The summer wind came blowing.
I can't wait to get to that eventual shot where it's like this like gif that a lot of people use. It's like Akiba Red, like he has like a drink and he's just like.
Oh yeah. I know the gif.
It's so good.
Oh yeah, and they got a mech in a sense of the car.
Yes,
we'll talk about that in a sec.
Yeah,
but so over in episode 2, one other thing they discover about the delusion powers that they're using is. So Hakase has the ability to like force eject them from the delusion if they're losing the battle. But apparently if they do that too much, they will develop an immunity to the delusion that they're experiencing. So obviously they want to win their battles properly, even though it's all fake and made up and definitely not an allegory for drugs if you look at it real close.
Well, the next episode completely shatters that facade.
I noticed in episode 2 there was one battle they did where they were at the location from Saber that I refer to as Betrayal Alley.
Right next to the Betrayal Garden.
Yeah. But yeah, so in episode 2, Hakase tosses them the keys to their quote-unquote mecha, the Machine Itasha, which is literally just a fucking car with Aoi Tan art all over it.
And yes, they made an SH figure arts of it, and yes, it can transform back into the car.
That is the sickest shit.
All right, and I gotta say,
so good.
I gotta say, it does feel more like a Bay Transformer than anything else.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? The way
that might be the joke, honestly.
I think it is because like those movies. This was 2012, right?
Yeah,
or 2011.
2012.
The point is, those movies were still popular at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. The third movie just came out. The franchise was at its peak.
Oh, you know what should have happened? It should have been wearing a cloak.
Oh.
And one of the funniest fucking jokes is like they're using it and then like they try to do like a finisher and then it just ends up running off and they're like, wait, what? But we needed to do a finisher. Yeah, you guys' delusion power is not strong enough for it to like make a Hisatsu, and you just see it go, yeah, okay, bye guys.
It literally shakes them loose, dumps them on the ground, and fucking bails.
It's so good.
Got time for this.
But yeah, that car is fucking impressive. It's so cool.
It's so stupid but epic at the same time watching the Hikonin Henke Kanse Itashororo. I'm like,
they literally change it by like just twisting the radio dial on the car
and putting in the Aoi CD.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh my god, it's so good.
So good. This show's so well done.
And I love the roll call in the second episode because Blue whacks Red with her like turnaround.
The fist. Oof. Right in the chest.
But yeah, we get to see Deca Red turn into the Deca Wappa, which are the big cuffs. And then they finish him with the Moe Magnum Hisatsu, which is a very cool stock sequence.
Oh yeah, I just love that. I like the I love it.
And then as they defeat the monster, the delusion ends, and they were in the car in the garage the whole time.
It's so funny.
This could have been like they had the ignition on and the engine was running, but the garage door was closed, so they're just hallucinating.
They're just car fumes.
Yeah, they're slowly dying.
It's getting cloudy.
We better open a window before these fumes put us in tombs.
Okay, can I just that is actually a nice shot too, like legit.
Yeah, it's a great shot.
Can I just say, like, we were talking earlier today about like those fantastic like the Fantastic Four put out like a toy like to promote the movie, right?
Mhm.
And like it's like all their hands together.
Oh yeah, hang on.
Here, yeah, put the real image in, Lane.
Yeah. So here's that. So yeah, we're getting Marvel Legends of all 4 members.
Lane sends this to our chat, and I respond with this.
So Fantastic Four. Can't blame a guy for trying, right? You're all under arrest.
So episode 3 is about them discovering that the power of being drunk makes them better at their delusion battles.
Or so they think.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, that tracks.
I know I'm more delusional when I'm drunk. Maybe I can do it.
Oh, I got a call. Who's he getting a call from? A girl? Yeah, right. He's a fucking nerd.
I mean, it is a woman calling him.
Even his coworkers know that he doesn't get chicks.
And then, like, he thinks
I'm just over here being surprised that Akagi has friends.
I mean,
well, they're probably his coworkers that he like hangs out with after work or something.
Yeah.
But then like he has like a chance. He thinks he has a chance at Sayaka, so he like goes back to it. And he's like, waiter, a pitcher of beer. And his coworkers are like, a fucking pitcher.
Yeah, he like overhears that she doesn't have a boyfriend, and he's like, relationship flag.
I was literally expecting hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Oh well, when we get to episode 4 next week, that goes into a lot of creepy territory.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll get there.
So the monster of the week, quote unquote, in this episode is a dude trying to force women to work in cabaret clubs, and I'm like, God damn it! I've just started playing Yakuza.
Yeah, the cabaret clubs.
Yeah. So yeah, we get to see fucking Boken Red show up with the stupid hat from that one thing.
What was that?
The episode where it was an episode of Bokenger where Boken Red ended up with a bunch of bad luck. So to fix the bad luck, he had to wear like good luck charms from the team.
Oh.
So that included the hat and jacket and whatever the fuck?
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. I never understood that when I first watched the show. I mean, I still didn't until now because I haven't watched Bokenger.
That makes some sense, I guess.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah,
yes, that episode was adapted into Power Rangers, except they used original footage for the bad luck charms.
I always forgot how much I loved the Bokenger like battle theme song where it's like Bokenger, start up. I fucking love it.
I heard that and for a second
like it said shut up.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. When I heard that, I'm like, did someone just tell me to shut up?
That's their henshin call. They go like start up.
Yeah.
Start up. So yeah, they discover that sake powers up their delusion, so they have a drinking party. But Blue's all butthurt because she's underage and can't drink.
Yeah, they make a real good point of saying she's underage.
Yeah.
And then they show her in like outside her uniform and she's wearing an even shorter skirt somehow. And I'm like, oh god.
The monster even makes a point when he's fighting her to point out that she's apparently got white underwear.
Well, because my fucking dumb autistic brain notices the shit, there is a quick shot where you do see your upper skirt, so.
I must have been typing when that happened because I didn't see it.
No. It's like she gets tossed to the ground and you lightly see her skirt lift up a bit and you can see that she is wearing white underwear.
Yeah.
But yeah, during that drinking party is when the bit that Garlegs happened where Mitsuki is talking about Bokenger but calls it Boken Ranger.
What's Jur?
What the fuck is Jur? And we just don't address it.
I think it's just the editing on that.
Yep.
Just go
the drunken
Bokenger.
The drunken Ginga Man rendition was fun.
Yep.
That was good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ginga Man.
And then like they go into the delusion because Kabukicho shows up, and like
sorry. Quick thing I want to say. I also like all the patrons of the cafe. Like they're fun side characters when they show up in an episode. Like these,
hey, you guys drinking?
Yeah, let's do this.
I love that they're playing with the toys as well.
Yeah. I don't remember which episode it was in, but there was that one shot where Mitsuki was like doing her leg exercises, and then it just pans over to like a bunch of Sentai nerds, each holding Sentai toys, trying not to look at the woman.
Yeah, like
I think it was episode 2.
And again, I feel like that's a little too relatable to a lot of people for this. Like, you're at your like card like shop or whatever, and like there's a woman who doesn't work here now. What do we do?
Or like the Yellow Ranger she's like, another bowl of curry, please. It's like, what's your fourth bowl? It's like, I can do it. And then Hakase is like, you know, only 2 Yellow Rangers actually like curry, right? Why didn't you tell me before I ate it?
That was,
She's like, God damn it!
That was in episode 2, but yeah, I remember that being a thing.
Oh man,
a lot of good deep cuts in this.
Yeah,
there are a lot of good moments throughout the entire episodes. I love it.
But yeah, so Kabukicho shows up again, quote unquote, and then like when everyone henshins, because Red and Yellow are drunk, even the stock sequences have these swirly drunken effects on them.
Yeah, that was
it's so funny.
And like the music's also like, like muffled in a sense.
So that's when we get this bit, because they're drunk, their delusion power feedback loops in on itself, and we get the same bit played 3 times, where there's women in the cage. Red goes to save them. Kabuki kicks Red down, starts dominating the shit out of him. Yumeria reveals that she's a Fujoshi and just basically nosebleeds herself unconscious.
Yes.
Red manages to knock away Kabuki, rescues Sayaka. Thank you for rescuing me, Akagi! Blam! Shoots him in the face.
And I love that framing of her like raising the gun and just like shooting. It's great.
That had like call an ambulance, but not for me energy.
And it's just like Malshina's just like, still me.
Yeah, even Blue's like, wait, where did Malshina go? Oh, wait.
Me again.
Save me, I don't want to be a lady of the evening.
Said her lady of the evening.
You're right. Or night butterfly, I guess that's a euphemism in Japan.
Yep.
So Aoi's just like, I am sick of this fucking shit.
Yeah, it was blue time to shine.
Yeah, Mitsuki's like, Hakase, force eject us from the delusion, but she can't because she's now too sloshed.
Yeah.
Even though she made a good poker face about it earlier.
Yeah, no, that was funny because like they did the thing where like when they're drinking they get all flushed.
Yeah.
But she wasn't.
She's like, I don't get red face.
And then we see oh, she does have a limit.
I love that like she gets like fish and more sake and just like settles in front of the computer to watch the chaos.
I mean, isn't that what we do all the time?
Pretty much.
Kind of.
Except with me, it's Smart Food and Diet Pepsi.
Yes.
Yeah, so after the bit plays a 3rd time, we finally knocked themselves out of it, and fucking Boken Red shows up again, and Akiba Blue gets the Boken Scooper as a power-up weapon.
Oh yeah,
which unfortunately does involve him touching her boob.
Yeah.
She's touching the emblem on the chest, guys. There's some nuance here.
It's like symphony.
Also, it's actual Boken Red, not the good luck form.
Yeah. There's a lot of nuance here, and he was clearly making an allusion to the grapes of wrath. No, I just wanted to see
some titties.
Thomas Dipshit, manga creator.
Here's the grapes, and here's the wrath.
Again, it's so weird. Difference of cultures, yes. But it is so weird how they made a point of going, I can't drink, I'm underage. Fondle.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
There's a bear on her underwear on the Sentai suit.
Yeah.
Like a tramp stamp.
But yeah, so Blue wants to leave because she doesn't give a shit anymore.
Yep.
What? Don't worry, Blue. You got to leave in a season.
Meanwhile, Akagi and Yumeria, mid-vomit, are all, I'm never drinking again. I'm never drinking again.
Never. It's a phone call. Never. But yeah, so that's Akiba Ranger, the first 3 episodes. Phenomenal.
I'll say this at least.
Aw.
When we talked about this back in 2015, 20 minutes.
Oh, we talked about it for 20 minutes?
We talked about the first 3 episodes for 20 minutes.
I feel. Well, what shows were we talking about at the time?
Ninja and I think it was Ghost.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. We had a lot to say about Ghost and Ninja.
Not just that, this was also, for those of you who don't know, this was during the era of when we were hotboxing ourselves because we were in a small room that we couldn't run the air conditioner on.
Yeah, so we wanted to get the episodes done.
Yeah.
Until we ran the air conditioner and Sel was like, I could have this on the whole time.
His name was Aircaster.
And now I have a heat pump that is quiet.
It's all
And a godsend.
All of us
Oh
are-
yeah, my microphone doesn't pick up my tower fan blasting me in the face. So
I like
And-
this more than I thought I would. Honestly, like, I did not remember.
Well, buckle in, because it's going to be one hell of a ride.
Like,
oh yeah.
I think I liked something like this versus something like Symphogear, which does, play at the fan service obviously a lot too. But this, again, it like I said, it wears the unofficialness on its sleeve, and live action can't be as pervy as animation, like unless you really go for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought it was funny. I thought it was charming.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, apparently tomorrow is Akiba Ranger's anniversary.
Oh,
What
sick.
the fuck?
So that means this
Holy
episode will
shit.
be coming out on the anniversary.
Oh
God
damn!
damn it, Gar! He did it again.
We planned that.
Totally on purpose.
Actually, just to I know we've been going late, but I just want to briefly say, as of this episode's release on April 5th, 2025, it marks the 50th anniversary of Super Sentai.
Hell
Crazy.
yeah.
Damn.
This franchise means so much to me. It's the first Tokusatsu franchise I got into. And I'm
And it's
excited.
been
for us to
downhill
talk-
since.
It's went downhill ever since.
I will never forget when I was like 18 years old and like a bunch of us were just hanging out at my parents' place at the time. And I just saw a YouTube video of like a scene from the Gavv Ranger like Sentai anniversary or whatever, and it showed like all the reds from past Sentai on this cliffside, and they go through them all. And I was like, that's when I discovered that Power Rangers was based off Super Sentai. I was like, wait, all that was Japanese footage? And then I go back and I look at some episodes of Mighty Morphin, and I'm like, oh my god, like it was a mind blowing revelation.
I think it was the guy that reviewed lamps that got me into Super Sentai.
What?
Linkara joke.
Oh. Everyone listening / watching, let us know how you got into Super Sentai.
Was it because of us?
You can even
That's
post it in the
Crazy
same.
talk, so.
You can post it as an addendum to the comment yelling at me about Daizyujin in the club.
My first Super Sentai was actually probably legit Shinkenger, because that's like Ichi watched it before and he was just like, watch Shinkenger, it's really good. And I was like, okay.
I don't remember how I discovered it, but the first Sentai I purposely sought out and watched was Magi Ranger.
Mine was Gokaiger.
Do you know what I think? How I found out where Sentai, like what Sentai was? I think. I remember, this is a while back, like when Doug Walker put out his like best theme songs, right? So this is like early Nostalgia Critic. And he said, he was talking about like the Power Rangers theme. He's like, I didn't really watch the show because I was too old for it, but damn, is this a good song? Like, and I understood it's people ripping off Japanese footage. I'm like, it's not Japanese. What's he talking? And I look like, wait, what?
Are you telling me America didn't make this show about men in spandex suits?
Explains why it's so
Because
good.
then like it just unlocks something in your brain. You go back and you look and you see all the like live action like footage of like the American actors, and it's like good quality. And then it just cuts to the Sentai footage, and you're like, oh my god,
Yeah.
it really stands out. But then like you got to season 3 where like they got Toei to like record new footage for them. So
Yeah.
I watched the Super Sentai Hero Getter, like a music video for that. I'm like, yeah, I don't recognize you, don't know you. The second verse comes in, don't know you. Oh, I recognize you guys.
There's Mighty Morphin.
Yeah.
yeah.
I was like, there's the White Ranger in. Wait, who are those guys?
Super Sentai, you're all right.
You're all right.
Thank you.
I think this small indie franchise is gonna be just fine.
Yeah, especially now that they're bringing it to the West.
Thank you for gifting us the incredible Sentai that is Don Brothers.
Thank you for making men jumping around in spandex entertaining somehow.
Thank you for letting me find friends.
Oh.
And women sometimes.
Very occasional.
No, that's the Toku tubers that are forcing their girlfriends to watch it.
Shit. Hey, I tried to get Kelly into Toku. She was like, it's cool. And she always says to this day, though, she really enjoys X-Aid. She's like, because I watched all of X-Aid with you guys, and I really loved it.
Yeah,
That's nice.
come right for us and film.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
All right, that will be it for Castranger for this week. But of course, it being Akiba April, Jikai Radio Sentai Castranger, we will be talking about episodes 4, 5, and 6 of Akibaranger.
More Akibaranger, can't wait.
Yeah, all 12 episodes. 13's a clip episode. We're not talking about it.
No, fuck that. Fuck clip episodes.
All right, shout out to our currently active patrons, which include Blaze, Armorhide, Sentai VT, Midas the Fool, Vegas Bear, and Locke. Thank you very much for supporting what we do.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening, watching, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell, and being awesome. As always, the primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. From there, you can find our Facebook, Twitter, Discord, Patreon, merch store, all platforms at which you can yell at me about Daizyujin in the cloak. Including the merch store. You can yell at me in the comments while you place orders.
How does he even take it off? How does he put it on?
Oh, I love it.
They will not answer.
Dude, how do you
Well, I mean, we'll see him take it off, probably.
We need a cloth that big to actually put it on.
He stole it from a circus tent.
No, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, this doesn't make any fucking sense.
Welcome to my world!
Nah, I don't care. It's fucking, it slaps, man.
All right. Thank you all, and we'll see you next week.
Stay Super Sentai.
Get a cloak on. It's cold.